Hey everyone, so welcome back to Pokemon Stadium. Trying this again. I had a little bit of a problem earlier where I was just not completely ready. It wasn't intentional, just that I was like having some stomach issues that did not bode well for me starting the stream, to say the least. If you guys wondering, because I saw the happened earlier and I had to like kill the stream. It was just that I didn't want to have to go take a 20-minute or more BRB right after I just started the stream, so a little bit awkward. Hey there, Domdur, welcome to stream, good to see you. That's the thing about, like, streaming, I feel like it's kind of unprofessional to have to go and start and then take, like, an immediate BRB in less than 5 minutes if you're... Unless it's like a thing for like your startup. I know some people do that as a starting soon thing, but like, I don't want to be the guy who's not done anything and then has that kind of problem where I have to immediately go away from my computer. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's try to enjoy this anyway. I feeling quite a bit better, not perfect to be honest, but more than anything today, I've been feeling good. The only issue I've had is that I've had, like, some stuff that's been bothering me, like, I've had a stomach cramp and allergies are getting a little bit out of hand lately. I've been feeling that getting really nasty. It's partially why I was, like, struggling to start the stream earlier. Everybody's terrified of coronavirus, and I totally understand that, and here I am just, like, trying to get through everyday life because my allergies fucking bother me all the time. I wonder if we'll ever get, like, a cure for allergies. Probably not, but, like, God, does it fucking suck when you want to do something and then you feel like complete shit because you're just, like, unable to breathe properly since your nose is, like, all messed up for the day. You have, like, a really bad cough. I hate that. I can only imagine for the people who have, like, more severe allergies than I do. Like, it must feel miserable being stuck up all day without anything to do. Sitting around waiting. I can't even actually stream if I get allergy problems. I end up, like, feeling so crappy that it just, like, interrupts my conversation skills at all. And just, like, ruins my train of thought, so I just give up on trying. Ugh, I'm glad I'm feeling a little better after taking a pill, though. How are you guys today? Hopefully a lot better than I am. Let me see really quick. I'm still figuring out what I need for my team here. This looks good. What does he get again? Yeah, I'll take Machop. He's actually got a ton of moves here. Wow. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I talked about the Direct yesterday, and while I don't feel like my general thoughts have changed a lot, I've got to say, like, over the course of the last day after watching it, while I'm still not happy with it and I was disappointed, like, really checking back on all that stuff, I feel like I actually kind of don't even mind anymore. Like, even though I don't know that I'm going to be interested in any of these games, there's a lot of stuff that, in hindsight, is, like, actually really, really cool looking that came from that Direct and I want to invest in, so next month I'm going to get some new games and I'm sure that'll be fun. Hey there, Jaden King, good to see you. Welcome to stream. Yeah, this is the last fossil Pokemon I need in Shiny. I'm, like, so close, and it's the last Shiny hunt that I want to do before I finish the game. Thanks, I really appreciate that. I feel like I have problems with my conversation skills. Like, I definitely feel like I need work, but I really appreciate when people actually like my content a lot, because I put a ton of effort into it and try to make things as good as possible. Let me see. I probably want to take at least one legendary for the sake of not getting completely steamrolled. There we go. This game doesn't hold back in its difficulty at all. I'm gonna say, like, really fast, just that I have somebody coming over in a little bit. I don't know exactly how long, but my mom's supposed to come by. I've actually had some issues with my vacuum cleaner that I use, so she's supposed to be by, and I'm not great with working a vacuum, and we're gonna change the vacuum bag, and if it doesn't fix, it's been like not sucking stuff up correctly, so if it doesn't fix, then, or fix anything, then I'm gonna, I guess we'll have to get a new vacuum, but basically trying to clean up after like all the cat litter and stuff that's on the floor. I guess I'm gonna have to put all that stuff away in a little bit. Yeah, I remember seeing you on another stream. I do appreciate you guys hang out, and I appreciate the conversation a lot. I guess it's just my disability, but like, it feels like sometimes trying to carry on a conversation, or even just like coming up with more stuff to say for a stream is really tough. Like, I try, and then I end up getting flustered and like stuck on my words and screwing up. It's really, really not a fun emotion to experience. Like, I enjoy doing this a lot though, so I try to just ignore it. I've gotta say, this game, out of every Pokemon game, I think this is one of the few scenarios where using like pre-evolved Pokemon is actually a good thing, because the game like rewards you with like better movesets. And if you did this in one of the more modern games, or if you took it online, you would get fucking annihilated. Yeah, you're right. I have a really weird thing about my personality. I try to be very strong and like try to be like a person that can like, how do I word this? It's gonna come out a little weird sounding, so I don't know the right way to say this, but I try to be upbeat and try to be happy and try to make things as great as I can for the streams, but all it takes for me, for my entire mood to come crashing down, is like one person coming in and like either insulting me or the streams, and it makes me feel like complete shit. I have this problem where I take criticism way too harshly, even when I know I'm fine, and it's just somebody being an asshole just to be an asshole. Like, I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but it's like the negative comments get to me so much more than the positive for some reason. I don't know why. I think a lot of people probably struggle with the same thing, but I don't know. It feels really lame. It's just weird. I don't know why it gets to me so much. It really shouldn't. Either way, it's not really a big deal as long as I typically get over it pretty quickly, but still. I guess sometimes it just kind of sinks in your head like that, and it takes a while to shake these things. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, not a big deal, but like, I'm actually like really sick of playing Sword and Shield from the shiny hunting. I like the shiny hunting, but I've been doing it so long, and I want to get all my target Pokemon, and now I actually really want to get this Arctozolt and finish the games. This is like the last big obstacle in my way, and I'm so desperate for it to be over with already, because I wanted to stop playing it and play other things. I like Pokemon, but I would like to have more variety in my life again. It feels weird going from like a ton of different games I'm playing to playing Pokemon and doing all these shiny hunts just because I wanted to get them over with. My favorite Pokemon? That's a tough one. Although, I've got to be honest, I am unfortunately a little bit of the stereotype that I'm the kind of person who likes Charizard and Mewtwo a lot out of like the Gen 1 designs. Those are like two of my favorites, but I also have a lot of different Pokemon I like in future generations from that anyway, like just more stuff that was added. I'm as far removed as a Gen 1er as you could possibly be, even though that's... people love to run to that as their excuse to insult people. Like, I only like Charizard because I think his design's cool. Sorry, it's just the way I am. I don't know. You can't tell me he doesn't look like a badass dragon. Hold on a second, I'm like looking at this, I can need this in a sec. So what have we got here? Electric and grass types. So Articuno and Machop would work pretty well. Maybe Slowbro. What am I gonna do with them after I'm done? For the most part, I think some of these guys are just gonna be trophy Pokemon. Not all of them, but like... I can't see myself ever really evolving that Scorbunny, unfortunately, because I want to get one that's got the other ability. I think it's called, like, Libero or something, the hidden ability. I want that really badly. I don't know when they're going to release the hidden abilities, but, like, I've been thinking about whether or not I should actually go after all the starters with their hidden abilities and they are released. Slowpoke's just going to be... Hey, I'm not sure. I might actually evolve it into a Slowking. The thing is that I read up on like a little bit of what Slowpoke's evolutions, like hidden abilities are, and supposedly they're the same as what they are in the original gens. Like it's the same as what they got originally through Generator, apparently. But I actually want to like look at Slowbro and Slowking's Galarian forms and see how well balanced they are around their hidden abilities. If that's the case, they end up being like really well balanced around it, yeah, I'll evolve them. But that Slowpoke I got might end up just staying in my box forever, unfortunately. Here's me and Lucario and Charizard X. Nice. I actually love Charizard X's look, and like I said, Mewtwo's is something I find really cool, and I like Mew for a different reason. Not sure if I'd say it's one of my favorites, but I feel like Mew's little cutesy design is actually really adorable, and it makes it easy to like it a lot. I think, personally, like a lot of my favorites are probably Gen 2 Pokemon. I'm not actually sure about that, but like, Gen 2 was that special game for me, because I've talked about it on stream. I'm sure you guys remember me talking about it, and I connected with that game a lot. I've screwed up pretty bad already at the start, whatever though. But yeah, I love so many things from Gen 2, and a lot of the Pokemon especially. Like, all three of the starters are fantastic, and I loved them all, and I've got to say, more than any other gen, in Gen 2, I felt like I was like really uncertain what I wanted to pick for my Pokemon. They all looked so great. Totodile, I think Totodile's the one I gravitated to after some time because I love his look and I think he's really, really great. Totodile's amazing looking, and also his evolutions get progressively better the more you evolve him. But God, there's so much stuff that was like, I don't know, maybe it isn't this cool now, but like stuff that I found great when I first played it. Like, I love so many of the designs, like Heracross. Also, let's see, I like Slowking as well, Politoed. Sunflora and Sunkern are like two Gen 2 Pokemon I really, really like a lot, and I'm not actually sure entirely why. Okay, we don't need 3 flying Pokemon, that's part of our problem here. We need a ground Pokemon. The legendaries are all good, although I kind of despise how Gen 2 started the fucking roamer trend. Even though it's not the worst thing in the world, it's certainly annoying to have to run into one and then try to encounter it a second time. It feels like it ends up being a waste of time half the time you're doing it. That's just me, though. I feel like there's more good points to the game than there are bad points. Also, as starters, if I haven't already talked about it, like, I genuinely like a lot of the starters. I think, just because of what I said earlier, Charmander's probably my favorite because of its evolving into Charizard, but there's a lot of them I like. I played up to Gen 5, and at least up until Gen 3, I'd say, like, I loved every starter pretty equally, and I'm not actually sure if I remember if I had, like, the same feelings for Gen 4 starter Pokemon. They were pretty good, though. Let me see what we got here again. Alright, Psychic and Flying will work. Okay, there we go. Trico might be like my actual favorite. I'm not actually sure out of starters. Like, something about Trico's design speaks to me. I like Trico as a Pokemon a lot, and I love how it looks when it evolves all the way into Sceptile. It just looks really, really cool, honestly, and Trico is adorable. How can you not love him? He's got like such a great look to him. Too bad he was the one starter in that gen that didn't get a second typing. It's not really a big deal. Come to think of it, I feel really connected to Gen 3 as well as Gen 2. I don't talk about it as much, but there's a lot that Gen 3 did right. Albeit the water stuff was not great. I really liked how they took a unique spin on the ordinary villain team thing and instead had two different villain teams in the game, though, and how neither one of them was actually really right about their motivations. Like the whole Team Aqua and Team Ruby thing. No, that's not right. Team Aqua and Team Magma, excuse me. Those are two things that were like, that was like a really unique way to handle the villain team. Whole dependency on which version you're playing. The only problem I have with that when I look at this is like, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm misremembering, in Emerald, you go back and forth and fight both teams, which is good, but then when you get to like the end of the story where you're like supposed to catch Rayquaza, I'm pretty sure I remember the game basically had an Archie like come out and like lecture or not Archie, and as Maxie came out and lectured Archie on how his actions were wrong, even though the fucking moral of the story, especially since it's like this in both games, is like neither one of them was doing the right thing and they were both fucking morons who ended up nearly causing a disaster. Like, why does suddenly a Maxie get to rub it in Archie's face about him being right? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Favorite game is X and Y. Yeah, I'd never played X and Y, and I haven't played Gen 7 either. Wait a second. Hold on.
What now?
Could have sworn I adjusted. Let me look at my thing. What's too loud again? You're talking about my mic or my game audio? I'm not actually sure. If you guys can just like elaborate, that helps a lot, because I'm not actually sure which to tweak. And trying to like look at it from and the actual thing is not easy to deal with. Oh, actually, is the game too quiet or is it just my voice? Because if it's really just my voice, then you might actually just need to lower your settings down a little lower. I've noticed in this, and I'm like actually listening to like my recordings, and even when the audio's fine, sometimes I can't tell because it ends up, if I turn it up too much, I end up hearing both the game and my voice get louder, and it's like really hard to listen to. But if I keep it lower, it's always fine, and it's hard to strike a good balance, so I'm not actually sure if it's that or if it's the game's quiet. Is the game too quiet or is it fine? That's what I need to know right now. If it's fine, I can tweak it and make it sound better.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Oh shit, this isn't looking too good. Wait, never mind.
Hey, what's it?
Water soluble heart. There's Trico. That's not too bad of a choice. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I'd have to think that over for a little bit. For the longest time, like I've always picked water and grass starters. I think like for the most part, I'd always would go with water starters. I never did this intentionally, just so much as it was I had like a weird affinity for these two that I really liked a lot, and none of the fires like really stuck out to me like a ton, even though I loved Cyndaquil and Torchic just as much as I did Charmander, but like none of them really got the same like reaction out of me. Hold on a second. Diglett, followed by Charizard, and then I'm gonna say or no, we'll do Machop. There we go. Yeah, I like I said, I picked mostly water and grass. I think I picked water like majority of the time. I don't know why. I guess it's like a lot of the water Pokemon designs have been like stuff I've really liked a lot.
Fighting poses. Vigorous attack. Major damage.
Hold on a second. I need to like actually listen to this audio for a moment. I'm gonna have to like. Oh wait, never mind. Maybe not. Yeah, is the audio fine? I'm just asking because I need a little bit of like an answer of whether or not like it's fine when you lower your volume mixer, because I don't know if the game is quiet or it's your volume settings. It could be either. I've had the same volume settings every time I played it and I didn't tweak it, so it could be this. Welcome back though. I can probably name all the starters I picked. I'm not actually sure, but I can try. Like, I remember first gen. Yeah, I was the guy, one of the guys who picked Charmander because I liked Charizard a lot. All the designs were good, and I was like unsure who I wanted, but Charmander was the one that drew me in the most. As far as second gen goes, yeah, Totodile. I don't know if it's. I guess it's mostly been like. The whole, like everything as a whole, although to be honest, I usually do just kind of pick based on the first design, like their first form and not their evolutions. I guess it kind of depends too, though. Like I said, I loved all of Gen 2's starters a lot, so it was like not an easy decision, but something about Totodile really just sung to me, and I loved the way its design looked, and I had to pick it. I feel like with the way things are structured, like your rival in that game, it's like he was always so rude to you that it made you feel like every time you beat him, you bonded with your Pokemon even more than before. Okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong here? Do I need to bring out my Articuno for this shit? Like I said, Gen 3 was because I liked the way Trico looked, and I gotta be honest, I like Blaziken a lot too, and I enjoy all the designs, but I didn't realize that Torchic would evolve into Blaziken, and I noticed the design was like really badass. And the only problem with Blaziken, which isn't even a problem, is that it unintentionally started like 3 gens of firefighting Pokemon. That's like really something that shouldn't have been a problem in the first place. I can tell for sure that everybody who'd been playing was like sick of the fucking firefighting shit when it's happened again in 5th gen. Okay, let's try this one more time without restructuring. I've thought about replaying Gen 3. A lot of people seem to like it and want to see a playthrough of it, but I don't know if I want to go through some of the water segments again. As good as it was, like, they did not do the best job of, like, balancing, like, where all the stuff for, like, you wanted to go somewhere, you had to travel by water, like, half the time and dive and find, like, all these spots you needed to travel around, and it got kind of annoying, honestly. I don't know, I liked Gen 3 a lot. I think the biggest thing that took away from it for me was the fucking Reggies at the end when you're like doing post-game stuff. I like hunting for legendaries, not necessarily shiny hunting, but like trying to actually sit down and like follow that braille shit was just too much for me. And then this is like a weirder thing to talk about, but like, it was strange to me how Regigigas was like, I think it was like he had to do another puzzle thing in Gen 4 to get to him, which is very interesting how they had a legendary unlocked through transfer, but it was kind of neat and creative, even though anybody who didn't have Gen 3 games had to rely on like events, I think, which is not amazing.
It has to make up for lost ground. How will
Or was, oh yeah, I was talking about which starters I picked. Gen 4 I got Piplup. It was, I'll be honest, I let the final evolution influence my decision a lot, and what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do like one thing particularly, I think this is pretty much something everybody can agree on though, but like, I love how each gen they diversify the starters pretty well, and most of the time they have like different typings, and it's like several very different Pokemon. That's one thing I've always liked about Pokemon, seeing like what secondary typings every Pokemon adopts. Like, it's always fun to look at that. Combined with like the look of Empoleon and its secondary typing being Steel, I just felt like it was really cool looking and I wanted to try it. Turtwig really spoke to me a lot as well, but I didn't pick it up. At least not as my main starter. And then Gen 5 is like the last one I played since Gen 8, and I picked Oshawott because I liked his design in a similar vein. I wonder how many unused Pokemon typings are like still left. Like, I'm sure there's quite a lot. I mean, they did introduce Fairy type like 2 gens ago. You know, speaking of that, it's kind of weird how we went through 6 gens and they only added like 2 typings in Gen 2 and then didn't do any more for a long time, and then out of nowhere in Gen 6 they added another type to the equation. It felt really odd seeing them just plop in a brand new typing after so long. It was kind of needed, but still. I wonder if they're going to do this again once they run out of like unique typing combos. Oh yeah, we were... I guess, well, before I'll just finish talking about the starter topic. I like... Starters are one of my favorite parts of the game, and it hurts that they chose to put in legendaries over starters as like the big thing in the DLC. I hope they reconsider what they're doing, but... Let's see. I gotta say, Gen 8 has had an interesting effect on me in terms of the starter choices. I don't like Sobble's design a whole lot, to be honest, and I didn't really care for it. I think Inteleon looks really good, though. And as far as Grookey goes, oh my god, I was like tempted to get Grookey. Grookey is probably one of my favorites. Like, it's legitimately got a really good line, but I was like genuinely pulled towards Scorbunny when I saw it first time. God, it kind of made me really sad when they revealed what the evolutions looked like, though, just because I really don't like the look of Scorbunny. I love don't like the look of Cinderace, I mean. I like Raboot a lot, though. I had to pick it because it was the first fire starter in a long time that I actually felt like I loved the look of. YouTube is broken. What? Live in 90 minutes, March 27th, 1:30 p.m. Is that like displaying on my stream? Hold on a second. I need to reload the page and make sure it's not screwing up on me. It shows it's still fine. I don't know. Okay, let me get my window back up. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to like close some shit because I was looking at some stuff. But let me like really quickly just go ahead and close out these tabs and let them open because I had to stop the stream earlier so that I could go to the restroom without problem. On my wait, what? On your end, I'm out? Does that mean it's not working? But then how would you hear me? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm sure YouTube's having a weird glitch. Yeah, YouTube's got some weird problems they need to fix, like their live chat and their pages break like really commonly. It sucks when I like want to really stream and then I find YouTube just fucking randomly doesn't work on me. By the way, since I'm like just looking for, let me try loading it on my end to make sure. No, it's not broken on my end. What the fuck? I'm thinking. Nobody else reports this problem as far as I can tell, but I'm not saying that doesn't mean it isn't a problem, but... Okay, if you guys are still listening, like, if there is a black screen and you guys can't see it, like, let me know. Wayne's saying he can't see anything, and I need to know for sure. I can't really judge, and I don't have enough information, so I need to, like, have a way to check it. Oh wait, I need to make sure. Yeah, I can see the video feed when I play it. I don't know. I don't want to play it because I don't want to lag the stream.
They go into battle poses.
This is another problem with live streaming. It could be a problem on your end. Did you say you already tried reloading it?
Fireworks are flying.
It's about ready to talk about another subject too, but I actually do want to try and make sure the stream is like working as intended for everybody and not fucking glitching out. This is like my biggest problem with doing live streams. Also, I didn't check my frame rate. Hold on. Ooh, we did drop some frames, but it's not very much. I'll just ignore it right now.
Oh, it's Angela.
Anyway, wait, let me look at OBS actually. I didn't check my stuff on OBS either. Sure, OBS would be a more reliable way to check the video feed. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Direct again a little bit. I just don't want to like harp on the subject too much and like talk about it a lot, but like I'm curious since I talked about it a little bit after today, like how I had a chance to like sit down and like really think about how I felt after the Direct. Like, I'm curious, what games are you guys interested in picking up from the Direct, if anything? If not, I mean, whatever. Just figured it'd be fun to talk about the games that were shown off. I looked up some of these that I was like really curious actually, and like I'm really curious about. I'm surprised, like, seems like none of the games in that Direct are like brand new. There were like maybe 2 games that were brand new as far as I could tell, and they were all like pre-existing games outside of like the things Nintendo announced, which I found out, yeah, there were some first-party things, but they're like so small it's kind of hard to count them. Apparently that Good Job game is first-party, and also the board game thing they showed, whatever it's called, I don't remember what the name of it was, that was also made by a first-party studio apparently.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Come to think of it, I kind of want to see what it would look like if they ported something like Wii Sports over to the Switch, although I don't think they will, but like having a dedicated little collection for like all the sports in that game would be fun. They brought it on Wii U, while it's not a big thing or anything like extremely worth time, it'd still be something I'd be willing to play because it's just like a good little distraction to like do some fun stuff with, and online, and it was pretty good when it worked. YouTube is acting up. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I hope the chat's not like glitching because of issues with YouTube. By the way, this is something I hadn't really like thought about to bring up, and like something I was like actually even like I wasn't aware of until just like recently, but I was like watching some of the Game Explain stuff, and I gotta say I'm actually a little concerned about the quality of how things are going. They're like they made some new videos, but some of their videos they put out recently are kinda clickbaity and not good, not like really bad, but one of them was like an Animal Crossing thing where they claimed there was LGBT representation in the game, but basically, like, it's been already, like, pointed out in the comments and, like, actually proven that there is literally no connection at all, and that they're reaching to make this association with, like, gays in the game. It's like, I don't know what they're doing right now. They also made, like, a video where they, like, one of them was talking about, like, complaints and the Panzer Dragoon remake, but all the complaints were, like, really, really weird little nitpicks, which probably weren't even really a problem to begin with. I guess fire and ground. Need a second to study this a little more. Water can work too, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, slow bro in here. You gotta go? I understand, man. Thanks, Thunder, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hopefully the stream's been alright. If there's been issues, I do apologize. I don't know, it's weird to say that I talked about earlier. Like, I like Game Explain as much as the next guy, but naturally when I see, like, a channel that I watch, I want to see them be successful and do good things, and then if they do anything clickbaity, it's like, yeah, this isn't really what I would expect out of this channel. I don't know, I feel like that's probably one of the worst things to run into on on YouTube or on any side is shit that like fucking clickbaits just for the hell of it. By the way, since I feel like this is a point to bring up, otherwise people will probably fucking try to like say something later, but like I know for a fact that I have a tradition of doing April Fool streams where there's like an intentionally misleading title, and other people do this too. I don't think that's on the same level before anybody decides to come in and start going, oh no, you can't say clickbait is wrong when you make clickbait titles. Like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it so that I can do a fun joke with like an April Fool's stream. I've done that like every single year now. Thankfully I haven't had any problem with it, but I don't want somebody listening to what I'm saying and then deciding that somehow when I do an April Fool stream that it'll be clickbait, because the whole point is for it to be a really dumb joke that everybody's in on.
Yeah, it's a hit. What a furious battle. Combatant face.
Oh man.
What's this?
Oh god, not hypnosis. God damn it.
It woke up.
So I don't remember if I've asked already. Well, actually I have asked a little bit, but like, if I haven't said much, like I was curious, like, what have you guys been playing lately? I've been just playing Pokemon, yeah, and doing a little bit of other stuff on the side. I've thought about starting up some Smash Bros or something, but haven't really had the urge to. I've been, like, looking into more stuff, maybe playing some other games. Part of me wants to get Sonic Mania, like the DLC, to upgrade to the Plus version and play it on stream. I have like so many games that I haven't touched on my Switch. I have this problem with a lot of platforms, and I kind of hate when this happens. I don't really find it to be a huge problem, but it's just like, I'm sure this is a fairly common occurrence. I'm bad about like making sure I actually don't just let my games just sit there without going played for months.
Woke up. The intense battle continues.
Yeah, so intense that I can't fucking fight back right now because I keep getting slept on over and over.
What's next? The move failed.
God, I hate fucking sleep moves. At least it's not all bad. I guess if you really are afraid of sleep moves in future gens, they tried to make things better, like giving you sleep talk and snore and that kind of shit, but still feels like waste of moves unless you have rest.
What's this?
God damn it.
The crowd's excitement is building over this hot battle.
Also, the animations are so good. I think I've said it once before, but like, this game really is something special. It did so much and gave so much personality to everything in it, despite being such an early Pokemon game.
Neither one is conceding an inch. What now?
Thinking. I forget if I brought this up or not, but actually, I'm just gonna say, like, there was a thing I noticed yesterday. I was browsing on Reddit, and apparently something was found on Nintendo's website, like after the Direct was over, like one of the video headlines that was there was something about a new Super Mario Odyssey trailer, and it apparently got taken down pretty quickly, but there's a hint that maybe something more was meant to happen, that maybe you were meant to get, and that sounds like an Odyssey 2. Hold on a second.
They're staring each other down.
Sorry about that. Fucking allergies. Ugh. I've gotta say. Ugh. Oh, actually, where was I? Fuck, I got sidetracked because of that. Actually, I was gonna say, yeah, it felt like something was missing from that Direct too. Like there could have been more announcements. I wonder if, like, the coronavirus is, like, so serious right now that it's impacting all of Nintendo's internal decisions. Like, I don't blame them if they're worried about it causing problems. In fact, I would say it's perfectly rational, but, like, it felt kind of bare bones when you stop and think about it. Like, it wasn't really a lot elaborated on some of the topics they talked about. Like, it was all games that were, like, really, really close by. I don't know, it felt like there could have been at least one big announcement. Like, I'm just thinking in general, outside of, like, game-specific directs, I can't remember one time where there's been, like, an instance where there's been no new game announcements from Nintendo like this. At least anything, like, big enough to be relevant.
Awesome counter. Oh, the attack missed.
Fuck.
The intense battle.
I'm not feeling amazing right now, not bad, just like... You guys ever have that feeling where you're trying to get through your day and you take allergy medicine, like your allergies are just fucking continually bothering you no matter what? Like, I'm having that feeling today where it feels like my nose is kind of being really bothersome and making life hard on me. Ugh, I hate that feeling more than anything.
The crowd's excitement is building over this hot battle.
I don't know.
What's this?
So I do have another topic I can bring up in a second. I'm gonna, like, try to see if I can think of one more first really fast. What was it I wanted to talk about, though?
Neither one is conceding an inch.
This is the problem with me. I run out of, like, things to talk about easy sometimes. Oh, yeah. I'm curious, what kind of oddball channels do you guys watch for, like, YouTube channels? Not, like, what you watch ordinarily, but, like, stuff that you find really strange that you like watching. I'm curious, just whatever. Actually, I found that about a long time ago, but I remember I started, like, binge watching Good Mythical Morning some time ago, and I've been watching that a lot. It's just really entertaining. Watching two fully grown men try out all these weird foods and do these strange experiments and seeing their dumb reactions to some of them. It's really good, honestly.
Oh, it still can't move.
I wish I could be as, like, talented as people like that, like, just because the fact that they have it so naturally to them to, like, have their thoughts just flow out, and it's really, really neat to actually watch them talk about shit. I feel like I'd struggle with words, unlike most people who can get their thoughts conveyed very easy. Hold on a second. Let me check on my fossils here. Nothing. Okay, what's our total?
They're staring each other down.
Gonna actually add these up, and then after that we will do our second batch. If I don't get it today, we move along, and tomorrow we'll take a break, and I'll get some more of these things. 1722. Okay, got it.
What's the matter, trainer?
1 second. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's reset the game. Let me see what's going on in chat.
What's the matter, trainer?
Playing abandoned buildings. Things. Weird Yeah, I could sort of see how that'd be creepy. It's interesting to see like what's going on and that kind of stuff, and like see what the place is like. Let's see. I also run around the same. I mentioned the abandoned building. I got sidetracked. Watch food reviews. Yeah, I've done that too. I like watching stuff and like watching not food reviews necessarily, but I do watch a lot of like cooking stuff for whatever reason. Like I enjoy watching people cook certain dishes and like trying to learn from it myself. That's always kind of fun to watch. Like one of the better cooking channels I can think of is Binging with Bobbish. That's always really great to watch. He does like really, really good stuff and really, really informational stuff, and I like his content quite a lot. Plus, that guy's got some serious talent, being able to like recreate a fictional dish and make it like it actually is in like a TV show or a game, and make it actually look just as good. Like, that's not an easy thing to pull off. Even having like the fact that I went through culinary classes and have like that, I don't know what you call it, the certificate, like for being a chef, I still struggle to cook easily. Hydraulic press channel. Yeah, I used to watch that a lot. I don't watch it as much, but I know what you're talking about. It felt really cool to see it, and then after a while to me, it just kind of got like, okay, this is like a fucking and one-trick pony at this point, and it's like the same script every time they do this. It's fun to watch stuff get crushed, but after a while it gets a little boring. I'm wondering if it's like the same reason I stopped watching Blend Tech stuff. I'm not actually sure though. Actually like their stuff a lot, and I know they don't make videos often anymore. They were fun to watch back in the day though. Really dumb and fun channel, that's all. I also watch like a lot of really dumb meme videos where people do like either really stupid shit or they'll do like vines. Like I like watching those a lot, and it's really funny like seeing somebody do something really dumb. Like there's one video, it's not really special, but I remember watching like a guy who basically went and played fucking Giorno's theme from JoJo on a piano for like at least an hour or two or something, and it was like him playing until somebody asked him to stop, and that was like really, really interesting. Hold on a second. Wait, I need electric. Probably need grass. I don't have any grass. Fighting could work, maybe, or Slowbro. And then let's try Machop. There we go. Still one person? Interesting. I'm not sure who you're talking about. There's a lot of stuff, though, that could be like something worth watching there. Crazy Russian act. Oh, yeah, I think I've watched that guy. He does like all sorts of really weird laugh hack shit, I'm pretty sure, and it's like really fascinating to check out the channel. Like, I remember watching some of their stuff. I don't watch it nowadays, but that was like really, really interesting to me, and really, really fun to like see what kind of weird shit they do with their channel. Watching like a really dumb YouTube channel can be really, really fun, I won't lie. I think a lot of people love doing that kind of stuff though. I also like, well, I don't know if he even makes videos anymore, but I used to watch Oni NG, I think was his original name was. It was like an animator, and he did some really good stuff. Come to think of it, animators on YouTube have kind of gotten shafted like really hard over the years. Like, it used to be like a pretty easy source of content, and like they could get paid for their stuff, and nowadays like nobody really gets away with just doing animation videos unless they've been around for a long time. Like, I legitimately think on YouTube right now it's kind of not easy for somebody to just join and then be able to be like a good new animation channel. They'd probably not get very far. I don't really blame people though for not wanting to, like, and a lot of people who did animation kind of switched away. I mean, it's a natural reaction considering that it pretty much, you're not guaranteed to get very far, and even if you do, well, you might end, it's like if you get monetization, it won't necessarily be enough. Like, I guess that's why a lot of people have moved over to doing Patreon stuff. Oh god, am I gonna lose here because I can't fucking take out this thing without any problem? Shit. I just need to hit one more time and this thing's fast.
Here's a Pokemon Stick. This is a fight between two different
I've talked about it before, but Mr. Beast is still a really good channel to watch, and I know a lot of people came on the stream and talked about liking his content, and I gotta say, I agree, he's got good stuff. Watching his videos is really funny half the time. He does, like, really interesting stuff. I've watched, like, 3 of them recently. I watched the one about the Valentine's thing that I hadn't checked out, even though I hadn't really found that one as interesting. It's cool to watch, but the ones that I found really interesting that I just watched were the new marathon video and the one where he basically, they had people, like, put stuff in, like, a circle or a shape, realistically, because it was like he made a shape out of, like, tape and had them put stuff in. If it fell out, then they didn't get to buy all the stuff. That was, like, a really, really interesting video, though, and both of those are just really recent, and I found them really good. I couldn't imagine fucking doing that, and I think that's probably a dumb idea. I'm sure he thinks that too by now, but, like, holy shit, it did not look fun or pleasant fucking walking like an entire marathon in those huge shoes. Like, they were like size 40 shoes, and they looked fucking ridiculous. I remember at the beginning of the video, Chandler fucking just came up and fucking tossed his shoes and was gone. It's like, yeah, this video's... It's entertaining because how dumb it is, more than anything. I didn't even know they made shoes that big. Like, is there even a person out there that has feet that can fit a size 40 shoe? Because that's fucking huge. Holy shit. Oh, I'm so fucking dead.
There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I can beat this right now. Shit. Oh well.
A psychic blast.
Let me see. Any others I can remember? It's not really anything like obscure that I was talking about originally, but like, I can say I used to watch Game Theory a lot. I don't watch it anymore. I don't really like MatPat's video styles a lot, and even though a lot of people like try to defend him and say he's humble about his stuff, he always like presents his theories that there's like no way he could possibly be wrong after doing a video, and it's like, yeah, okay, I don't really like the videos too much. Some of them are really dumb too, and not that entertaining. Not to say all of them aren't entertaining, but yeah, I would rather watch someone that's not gonna be like as overconfident in everything they're doing. I feel like MatPat's videos have gotten like progressively worse over the years. Not that they're bad, but they're certainly not anything amazing. Oh man. Thinking at the moment. I'm just a little bit tired, I guess. I've got a bad sleeping schedule, I'll be honest. I'd stay up a lot later than I should, and basically, just like, what was the thing? I was saying something about Twitch, I think. I don't remember though. Fuck, what was I got distracted, shit. Oh yeah, I've been having like, I don't go to bed as early as I should, and I feel not amazing because of it. Like, I legitimately need to start making myself go to bed earlier. I feel like it drains my energy. I have a problem where I stay up way too late and let it impact my streams, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. Not a huge issue, but I feel like I don't try enough to control my life. I don't know, it's weird to talk about. Last night I spent a lot of time talking to a friend that I haven't talked to in a while, and We talked for like a good hour or two. Talked about some general like US stuff, and he lives in another country. We were talking about how it's not the best living situation in the US, not necessarily terrible, but still. Says you start in 10 minutes. Yeah, there's something wrong on your YouTube. I don't know. All I could have like thought of to like maybe help is suggesting to reload the page, and even then, I don't know if that would actually do anything. So it's not like there's any way I know how to figure out if it's not working or not.
What's this?
Fucking ugh, God.
Do much damage. There's a big difference in HP.
There's a... Oh yeah, I mean to talk about, I got into some new shows that before I even knew about this. Well, I guess I should knew about the topic I was talking about with my friend. As I say, we both agreed, like, it's really lame how America's, like, got really problematic gun control laws, and how, like, really arbitrary stuff is illegal. This is a weird thing to bring up, and it's a... Try to keep the stream somewhat family-friendly. Obviously not that family-friendly with the whole swearing and whatnot, but... It, like... If we were talking about, like how it's really strange how you're allowed to bring a gun around in America, and it's not illegal. Like, you can carry a gun with you practically anywhere, and public nudity is considered illegal despite being fucking totally harmless. I don't know, I don't want to, like, talk about that too much. It's just, like, really weird to me. Something else that oh yeah, we were talking about how things are, like, really out of control with the coronavirus, too. Like, how going to places, like, for everyday stuff and trying to buy supplies has become, like, really bad because the coronavirus has caused people to go into a fucking craze, and all the toilet paper is getting sparse. It's like, I've got to say, I wish things were better right now. I'm not saying America sucks as a country. I've lived here my whole life, but it's certainly not the best place to live in, and a lot of things I don't understand. And got into a conversation about my parents, like I talked about yesterday, but not too much. Like, talked about whatever. We also talked about Half-Life Alyx, because I think he got a Valve Index, and talked about how immersive it is, and it looks really good, so I have interest in checking it out someday.
Are down to their last Pokemon.
God, it's been so long. I can't wait till I can eventually get a VR headset so I can try it out. I haven't played a Half-Life game in so long. Okay, we're kind of screwed. There's like no way for me to fucking win because I'm too slow.
Earthquake.
I'm sure, by the way, I actually didn't do a lot yesterday after I got off stream. Wasn't really anything amazing. I just spent my time looking some stuff up. I actually found some new animes I wanted to check out, though, and watched that, which made me happy because I hadn't, like, checked on anything new in some time. Just found, like, a recommended list that somebody made and decided, fuck it, I'll check this out and see if there's anything I'm interested in it, and, like, found, like, at least one really good-looking show and one other one that I want to check out in the near future that I think will be worth the time investment. Like, I'm excited to see how these are, honestly. One of them I watched is called, I think it's called, like, Rikeko or something like that. It's like a weird romance show, but it's really good. I'll be honest, I have a lot of strange tastes, and I guess I like to watch, like, all sorts of different types of shows. Not that's a problem, but, like, I'm a sucker for a good romance story. Doesn't even have to be the most well-written, and this story was, like, a really odd story where it was, like, about two scientists, and basically, the girl has a crush on the guy, and because they're scientists, they couldn't accept the simple answer, and it's, like, them doing really stupid shit, like, overcomplicating it, like, trying to determine if they're actually in love with each other is, like, what they basically portrayed it as. It's just weird, but it was, like, really interesting, and I wouldn't say it's the most funny, but it was funny enough that I liked it. It was a really goofy show, and I checked it out, like, really shortly after I heard about it, and thought it was, like, really interesting. The other one I found to be neat that I haven't watched it yet, and I'm interested. Was like something that was talked about in the video. It was like a death game show. Like I don't know if you guys ever watched those, and they can be really violent. Things people are dying constantly in them, but like it looked interesting. I don't remember the name of it. It was like some show where like some gotcha game on a phone that dragged them into like this death or kill game or whatever it was called. Like they suddenly got people trying to murder them. They got stuck in this app and had to try and survive, and they could win like prizes with like stuff they got in game, but like it wasn't worth it because the stuff you could get in the game could actually save you from dying. It was a really strange looking anime, and I kind of want to check it out because like one of my favorite shows I've watched is a death game show. It's not anything special, but it's called Future Diary, and that one's pretty good. I watched that and I like that a lot, and it does have a lot of death. Another one of those kill game shows. Gyarados, the pronunciation of this game, really? I don't know, I've just not been... I've watched a lot of new stuff. I've been checking that with action like I want to, and be nice, but I'm enjoying myself right now. I've found myself binge-watching shows. I haven't checked out a lot of new stuff, so it feels nice to have something I'm actually interested in watching again.
The next Pokemon is being prepped.
I'm sure I've asked this before, and I'm just gonna say this one more time. Like, what are your guys' like favorite shows or favorite animes, particularly? I'm really curious. Is chat still working? I have no idea to know if this is still working correctly. Looks like it works, and I send a message. Just checking. I'm not sure, like, what all to bring up, because that was like the last thing I thought of for a little bit. I want to watch like more shows, obviously, and I hope like my favorite series get more updated. Like updated more, seeing like the One Piece dub, and also seeing JoJo Part 6 get an anime would be nice. That'll be good when that happens eventually, but that seems like stuff that's not happening anytime in the near future. Oh, I just thought of something that it may be something I talked about. I'm pretty sure it's not though. Like, it's the most immersive immersive game. Got my brain today. And you guys have played. I'm curious. Like you say, it's like the game you got into and found like the most fun. Kept dragging you back in. I'm curious to hear people's different answers on this. I personally I don't really have like a particular favorite I could name. I'd say like I enjoyed playing all sorts of stuff, although maybe Pikmin 2, I'm not sure. Half-Life and Portal are both really immersive as well. I don't feel like I've ever had that same emotion with like any multiplayer game though. Hold on a second, I'm just checking something on my controller. It's a little bit nasty right now. Problems are my controllers get kind of dirty and controlling, or not controlling, trying to clean them can be annoying. I would post a picture, but I would rather not show how nasty looking my controllers are from having like weird shit form on the back of it. Come to think of it, I've noticed like maybe it's just in general, but like over the recent years for some reason, my stuff feels like it's gotten a lot dirtier. Maybe it's because I use it more than I have in the past. Maybe, I don't know. Feels like I've used it pretty consistently, but now I'm noticing like I see my controllers get all grimy and not so great looking quicker, and I don't know why, because I kept them in good shape and I never had to clean them that much in the past, if ever, as far as I can remember. I wonder if maybe the newer controllers Nintendo have like started producing with like Wii U and upwards are like just really conductive to getting dirty easy. Maybe that's why. I don't know. That reminds me of something. I'm not sure if I ever had, like, I'm the only one who's ever had that person, but I hated how, like, out of all the systems I've owned, like, 3DS was particularly one of the worst about how the screen would get all hard to look at and kind of nasty if you weren't careful. Like, hey, I know you're not supposed to touch the top screen, but there's moments I have, and I think most people naturally have, where I have to wipe the screen off, and it makes the top screen look really shitty, even if there's no actual, like, stuff going on the top screen. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Can I not just get a surf out without fucking hitting myself in the face? Hey, Zachary. Good to see you. Welcome to stream. Oh my god, game! How many Pokemon are left? I want to get a number 3. That's still a lot. Jesus.
What now? What the week? It's finally taken down.
Where's that? I had a big thing I wanted to talk about and I'm forgetting. God damn it.
Combatants face each other.
Oh, this is a fair topic. I've got just one thing I wanted to ask, like, not really a big deal. Out of, like, all the consoles Nintendo's, like, made that are, like, really gimmicky, I've got to say, since I never really asked this, what would you guys say is your favorite? I would say the Switch, but I've got to wonder if that really counts, since being a hybrid is a really weird thing to call it gimmick. It's just a portable that it turned into the first portable that can actually be used as a home console. Like, I guess it's a gimmick in its basic form, but they have, like, so many different gimmick consoles they've made already. Like, say, the DS was one, 3DS was, Wii U. I gotta say, I don't think I would be willing to compromise and go back if they made another gimmick console in the future. They were cool at the time. I will say, though, I like what the Wii did for games. Like, opening up motion controls like a control scheme was a really, really good thing, and I'm not sure Nintendo expected it to have that kind of impact on games, but it's made a much better change, and frankly, I love playing all my FPS with gyro controls now. I've heard, like, the motion controls that VR uses are really good too, and, like, it works naturally because it's not easy to set up like traditional controls in a VR game.
There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
I wonder if we'll ever get, like, a solution to make VR as, like, optimal as possible. Obviously, there's issues like the screen, but there's also other issues like spacing. Like, if you get VR, you have to watch your movement very carefully, unless you want to find yourself suddenly, like, bumping into a wall because you're not walking carefully, and I'm sure there's a lot of it that can motion track you, so, like, you have to have, like, really adequate space to handle everything you're doing. I hope one day we find, like, a solution where we can, like, set it up so we can, like, make it work regardless of space levels, although that seems like it'd be a very, very difficult thing to pull off. I still want to know if Nintendo's gonna, like, try their hands at a proper VR at some point or another. Like, they did Labo VR, but I've got to say I'm genuinely curious what a proper VR game from them would look like. Or proper VR, like, proper VR headset with VR games, I should say. I feel like that could be really fun. I don't know. The biggest problem I've seen with VR is it seems like games need to be, like, fitted for VR. So you have, like, an ordinary game you just attach VR to and try to use, yeah, you're not going to have the best experience, but if you have, like, a game that's built from the ground up for VR, god, those are usually, apparently, like, or those are really good experiences, and they're usually pretty fun, and I'm sure that'd be well worth the time. There's, like, so many cool-looking VR things. Although I think Half-Life Alyx is the big, easy one, but I've got so many games I want to check out if I ever get the opportunity. Let's see here. Normal type and fire, maybe? Interesting. Guess that'll work. Hard to decide.
The field is thinning out. We're into round 6.
I've gotta say, I'm curious, like, there's any people right now who are making, like, active active game announcements. Is trying to struggle for the right word for a second after this coronavirus shit. Like, it's really been barren lately, and I totally understand what devs are going through and how messed up it is. Like, I guess indie devs are really getting it the hardest, though, having to make a new game and get theirs out because they need the money. Personally, I've wanted to try indie development. I've never done it because it's like really daunting, and if you screw up, it would not be good. Oh my god, am I really gonna have to have problems here because fucking Snorlax won't die?
They go into battle post. Hit you, Thunderwave. Oof, it's paralyzed.
I've gotta say, oh, this is a small thing. I love Snorlax the Pokemon so much. He's got a silly, goofy-looking design almost, and the way he's just like lying around all the time. But like, I love his like setup and his design a lot. The bulkiness just makes him that much more fun as a Pokemon. I feel like something about Gen 1 designs I really love. I wonder what animal this thing is based on anyway. At least assuming it is based on one, which would be a little weird if it wasn't, but whatever. Just because like there's so many animal-inspired Pokemon.
It's paralyzed on the spot. What a furious battle!
Where was I going with this? Yeah, just give me a moment or two.
What'll it do? Yeah, it's a hit.
You know,
What now?
I wonder what's gonna happen in June. I've talked about it before on other streams, but I wonder if like a lot of companies are just gonna hold off and do their own thing all separated, or we're gonna see like a bunch of companies do presentations when E3 would have been. That'll be interesting if that ends up being the case. It's like the first time we ever had to guess what's gonna be going on.
Oh, is it down and out? There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's Slowbro.
What was I? God damn, give me a second thing or two. Just trying to think of something. I mean, bleh, words. I'm a little bit hot right now. To be honest, my room's probably not as cool as it could be. I might turn the fan on in a second.
It's finally taken down.
Thinking on topics though, because I need to. What did I want to bring up? Shit, I need to like figure out a way to get easier time talking. I guess my biggest problem with streaming is I suck at keeping conversation going.
There's the attack. That's the weak spot. What's this?
Oh, here's something that's worth talking about. I think it's not really a big deal, but I know at least Wayne talks about how he's traveled a bit. Like, what would you guys say, like one of the best, like, I guess, convention things to visit, like, go to, like, a convention, what would you say is, like, the best thing you've ever been to convention-wise? Just really curious about what answer you guys have. Like, I personally have only been to really, like, a few things in terms of that. They're really fun, but don't really get the opportunity very often, especially living in a small city. Remember, E3 was fun as hell, and it was crowded, but it was a very, very different and unique experience. I also went to some, I don't remember what it was called. I was living in San Antonio for a while, talked about, and actually remember very well that I went to some big convention there. It was, I don't remember what it was called, like San something. This is a huge convention. It was really cool, like walking around. There were like all sorts of people in this convention, and it was really, really amazing just seeing like how many people were around and seeing all that was going on in this convention. Like, I brought my 3DS with me and like got so many street passes and got to meet so many people, look at so much stuff. It was like really a good experience and kind of fun, like going around getting to see all these people and meet new people and checking out all the stuff that was going on. I think I went to a Comic-Con like in San Antonio like another year later or something, but I didn't really like it as much and really get into it. I thought I would end up getting into it, but nope, didn't really end up working out, I guess. I think if I visit another convention, like in the eventual future, I want to go and try visiting like PAX and see what that's like, because PAX has got a lot of devs at it, and supposedly it's easier to get around than E3, and you can meet a lot of people at PAX, so I'd be interested in checking it out. I've always had an interest in it. There's so many big gaming conventions. It's surprising that I love video games. I've barely been to any, but I would love to make sure I go to some in the future. I don't think I would stream during that time, obviously, or even I would like probably like post pictures of what happened there, but I don't know. In the future, I'd like to try that. Maybe I could go to something cheaper and smaller eventually. Be a fun outing. If you're still listening, Wayne, I'm curious, like, what do you guys, or just in general for everybody, but like, what do you guys say your favorite place to go to vacation is? Honestly, I'm genuinely curious. I'm not actually sure about mine. I have a lot of places I like visiting. As a kid, I really loved going to Corpus Christi, and I ended up like really enjoying all the visits there just because I liked going on the beach and like I liked swimming some. I was very good at it, and I nearly drowned a few times because I'm not very good at swimming at all. And, like, also that was lame, but also like I would like interact with stuff and like pick up seashells and whatnot. It was just fun and felt nice to run around the beach. It's a weird thing. Something about being on the beach is really relaxing. Other than that, yeah, I'd say, like, I talked about how I go over to my brother's place over in Waco pretty commonly, and I like it there a lot. I like the way the city's laid out. It's not huge, but it's not small either, and it's, like, really nice getting to see all this stuff that's not in where I live, because our cities seem too small for it, like Best Buy and Target and all these restaurants, like, say, Chick-fil-A. Much as I love living in a small city, there's, like, a lot of things that are not great about living in a small city, too. Just, like, the lack of options for certain stuff. I'm gonna check the chat after this. I'm sorry if it, like, broke on you guys, because didn't think it would. Just sitting here, trying to get through this battle for the moment. I wonder how much further we've got on our bosses. I thought they'd be done by now, actually. It might just be me, but it feels like it's going slightly slower than yesterday.
Oh, it's Arctozolt! There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right
Where did I leave off again? I was talking about something, talking about the stream, but I did something before that I was talking about. I think I talked about conventions for a little bit. I don't know, whatever, we'll just continue on with a different topic, I guess, and figure out something to talk about, but... Hold on, actually, I need to check my phone for text. I haven't looked at it in a while, and I probably need to in case my mom sent me a text. I mentioned she was going to be coming over and that actually... Yeah, I was having her to come over, so I need to check on my phone really fast. I think I just got a message. I need to send one to her. Okay, there we go. She said she might come down another day, so it's not really a big deal. I don't know how long she'll be here when she does stop by, so I'm gonna have to put the BRB up probably. Hopefully it won't be too long. That's why I was uncertain when I wanted to stream, and kind of been a weird day, like stream day for me, because I'm just not used to getting company over a lot. That's been part of it. It's nice having company over, though. I do genuinely enjoy being able to, like, talk with people, or just have a little bit of work, or, like, to do, and, like, more to talk about in general. Like, it's nice not being stuck alone and just doing whatever for a day just because. Anyway, let me think here for a second or two. I had a really good topic. Wait, I remember it now. I was gonna say, what? Actually, let me reload the page. I need to know if the chat's working. I can't tell. Give me a second. Looks like it, but I really can't tell. I'll just send one more test message, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about how.
They go into battle.
Oh, right. God, I need to fucking work on that. I don't know how I am so forgetful, but what's the hardest game you guys can say you've played? I'm really curious what answers or you guys have, just in general. Not really a big deal, but I love talking about kind of experience. It's kind of fun. I'd say I'm not sure the hardest I've played. I've played a lot. I think I played a little bit of I Want to Be the Guy, but I didn't attempt to beat it, so I don't feel like I count it. But I have played Lost Levels and attempted to beat Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels like several times before, and have never once been able to succeed at it. It's not about, and actually, as I say, it's not about difficulty. I'm not talking about that. It is about difficulty of Lost Levels. I'm bad at it. I want to stream it and try to beat it, so maybe in the near future, actually. But another game that I struggle with, I gotta say, I have never been able to get 100% in Mario Sunshine. It's not the same, obviously, but I've always wanted to, and the blue coins thing always made it difficult on me, and I had never really finished it because of that. I've always wanted to, like, get 100% because I love playing a 3D or 2D Mario game and getting 100%. Even when I don't like the games very much, I still have a tendency to go through and, like, play and try to get all the stuff in the game. It's just how I like to do my playthroughs of these games. Oh, god damn it, really? I don't know. I like hard games enough as long as they're not like bullshit hard. As long as it's fair and challenging. Kaizo and Mario ROM hacks are really good because of this. They make challenging levels, but they're always like really, really well designed and really fair, and usually a pretty fun level. Like, I legitimately respect that about those ROM hacks. I don't know why so far they've been Mario games I've brought up. There's other stuff I struggle with. I think I've beaten Zelda 2, but only once for how hard it was. And as much as I love roguelikes, I suck at them. I think that's natural. I think everybody kind of starts off with that problem of not being very good at it and slowly getting better over time. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Let me attack him. Furious battle, huh? If by you mean unfun and unfair that I'm stuck paralyzed, then yeah, I'd agree, but I can't even fucking rely on an attack to come out right now. There we go, fuck yeah. I'm curious, you guys are still listening though, like, what's your favorite and least favorite Gen 1 Pokemon? I would need a little bit of thought before I can answer for Gen 1, like my least favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Maybe Zubat. I hate Zubat's design a lot, and I find it really annoying because it keeps bothering you a lot and get the games. Like, it's never been fun dealing with it. Zubat is just a nuisance. Ugh.
It's concentrating on its status.
Talk about hard games and Pokemon, like, and I'm starting to wonder, like, are there any Pokemon games that are official that are actually any degree challenging at all? Most of them I played, I'd say, were easy enough to breeze through. I guess not. Like, I think Yellow, Red, and Blue may have actually been the hardest Pokemon games produced. Can just fucking roll through without a problem, and most of the other games, and not so much Gen 1 stuff, surprisingly. Then again, it was the first gen. And there were some problems, as well as, like, the learning process. I guess Pokemon never really has been about difficulty, huh? I don't know. Let me think here. Oh, we're talking about hard games. I beat Meat Boy as well. That was fun. I like Ed McMillan's stuff a lot, and I played the Basement Collection. That was good, even though I don't know if I agree with all of his opinions on certain games, but he's a talented game dev, I've got to say. Does a really good job with what he has and made some like really interesting games. I never really liked The Binding of Isaac too much, and like roguelikes quite a bit, but I just could not ever bring myself to really get interested in Isaac. Hold on a second. Let's set the move and I'm gonna check these. I need to check my phone. Okay, just looking at it. Let's get this checked on, see if we got anything worth resetting over. I think the thing that bothers me about doing these times while it's not bad is just that I can't switch music. Great and all, but I don't feel like I get the option to really put on custom songs the way I want to, because I feel like another game, it's fun. Like, I don't mind the music in Stadium, just I like to have like good stuff to listen to, and like doing song requests and listening to music people request to play is kind of a nice little way to distract from everything. We can talk about music taste. Okay. Let me add it up. There's still nothing. Of course.
They strike fighting poses. The air strike continues.
1872. Got it.
What's this?
One sec.
Miss the target.
Another frame drop. I mean, it's not been too bad. Otherwise, I would have gotten really upset.
There it goes. Oh, the
It's 70 or 22. I added for this. No, it's 72. Okay. Let's continue. Let's get this ready. Give me a second or two.
What a furious battle.
This is reminding me a little bit of doing MMO grinds now, though, where it's like, it's not as appealing and fun. It's been going on for fucking forever.
They're staring each other down.
That's something I never understood about, like, RPGs that people talk about. Is like, I do not like grinding in RPGs, and I've got to say, I don't feel like
Trainer hasn't
ever
issued an
fun.
order.
Like, I feel like you have to wait and get really far in a game for like 10 hours or something for the game to pick up, then something's wrong, and
What's
it's
the matter,
not
Trainer?
you so much as the game is like not designed well if you have to sit through 10 hours of it to get through grinding and like getting to the good part of the game.
Trainer hasn't issued an
It's not even
order.
just an MMO problem, but like RPGs in general, I've noticed like it's like people don't understand when they're making their RPGs that what the
What's the matter, Trainer?
what just happened? Give me a second, my thing didn't do what I was intending.
The trainer hasn't issued an order.
It's a little awkward.
What's the matter, Trainer?
Try this again. How I got in the menu where the Pokédex is, not accessing
The
it.
trainer hasn't issued an order.
Shit, so I'm break on me relatively soon.
What's
biggest
the
problem
matter,
with doing
trainer?
these tiny hunts, not like a button blast like this is the
Supplies can be not the sturdiest, although I haven't too much work, so I got a bunch extra, but I don't really want to see them break after I just got them. I hope it'll at least last me until I can get the shiny.
What's the matter, trainer?
Speaking of which, I hope the scarcity problems and like America and really other places in general just like slowly
The trainer
get
has
better over
issued
time.
an order.
I'm sick of going to the store and seeing there's like no toilet paper and seeing a lot of the food be gone. And when like me and my friend discussed it, I forgot to bring up like it's not a fun thing to have that be a problem while living in America now. Like that shouldn't be an issue in the first place, and yet here we are dealing with these problems that are just annoying to say the least.
It blew up again.
I don't know. Ugh.
Sonic boom.
I wonder when the last big pandemic like this was, because I don't remember at all. If I even lived through one. Somebody said chickenpox, and I don't feel like that was anywhere near as big and as dangerous.
What will the next Pokemon be?
I don't know. Well, another thing about it, like, I've never seen anything like this that's been this out of control with, like, the sickness and how things are going. Like,
How will the
this is kind of a truly not so great time how things are going really poorly in, like, a lot of countries. And hold on, I need to check on my video feed to make sure everything's okay, because somebody said there were issues on YouTube, and I don't know if there actually are or not. I can't really tell you whether or not everything's working correctly.
Falling asleep is going to make this a one-sided fight.
Maybe Slowbro?
Now, here's a Pokemon.
Think here, what was I talking about?
Oh, it's Slowbro.
Oh yeah! Easter's gonna be up in like, I think it's next month, I'm not sure.
Here's
It's kind of sad that it's like in this season, though, out of all the times. There are a lot of holidays that are fantastic, in fact most of them are, but like, it's kind of lame how Easter's one of those events where you're supposed to gather around and you can see kids like picking up eggs, and now because of this and the coronavirus going around, like, can't really have these get-togethers without worry about thinking about something going terribly wrong.
There's a difference in the number
I'd be worried somebody would get sick and not realize it, or come without caring. Most of my extended family that I've seen on my grandparents' side is like pretty good and pretty nice and like pretty good people that you never know if something could go wrong, or maybe somebody could be asymptomatic and not show signs. If this doesn't get solved soon, like, oh my god, that's gonna be kind of lame if it's like has the ability to tear families apart, like Thanksgiving dinner not being able to be held or not being able to gather at Christmas is gonna be awkward if that's the case. Just like, don't want problems like that being around, but can't really control it. Something I didn't even think about too much. Hopefully we get a cure for, like, a vaccine for it relatively soon. That'd be nice. It really puts a negative impact on everything. So many people have been impacted by this. Not having jobs. I guess technically I have to work, so I'm like working from home, but still, like, feel for these people to go through this stuff. It must not be a very fun time right now, honestly. I'm glad that I enjoy streaming, even though I don't know if I'd say I've enjoyed this particular shiny hunt stream so much, but it's been fun. I'm glad you guys like hang around and make these streams good for me. I forgot to like tweak something. Give me a second here. Oops. There we go.
They strike fighting poses. Here's the first move.
You know, I'm curious if there's ever like a dev thing where Game Freaks like sat down and ever explained like all their decisions for Pokemon games, like how they decide to design certain Pokemons, or like even if that's not that, but like just talking about games development. I don't feel like it happens very often with them. They're just not very talkative about their games. I'd love to hear some of the process that goes behind it. Dev interviews those are really great in general, just getting to hear what's going on in the dev's mind, about hearing like how the game is made. I find it fascinating to hear about. I think Iwata asks things Nintendo did before he was dead, obviously, were like one of my favorite things from them, even though they're such a small thing. Just like watching those was super fun, and I really liked seeing like the developer interviews, seeing stuff from the team. It was always cool. Okay, what's left again? I'd like to try and get a continue, but I'm kind of not in the best spot for that.
Oh! Is it down and out? What will the next Pokemon be? Oh, it's Rhyhorn! It has to
Righty,
pick up the lost ground. How will the type difference
Go
affect
switch
that?
Pokemon. This is actually perfect. This doesn't require me to get hit.
Pokemon returns to its Pokeball.
You could probably do something like a rock slide to finish me, and yet something tells me the AI is going to go for an easy ground type. Yep, I was right. AI in Pokemon is very predictable compared to humans. It's fun, like, trying to predict your opponent's strategy, though. Of course, it has to take lower speed priority for some reason.
What will it do? Oh, the attack missed! Fireworks are flying.
Come on. There we go.
Whoa! That's the weak spot.
I've got to wonder if any of the moves that are like 2-turn moves are actually worth it, like dig and fly. It takes so long to build up, it gives your opponent so much time to react to you. Can easily screw somebody over if they try to pull anything with that.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
It's like, I don't know,
One-sided.
they're not the best. Sky Attack here is like really useful just because of the fact that it's strong as fuck, and I love that about it, but
Building energy for
move
the
does not
next
do
attack.
enough. Oh shit, we're gonna have a problem here unless
Either one is
I can
completed
roll a
in
faster speed check. Of course, it's fucking striking me again, and I don't get the fucking attack yet.
That's a miss. There's the
Come on!
Major damage.
Not bad, not bad.
The intense battle continues. Now,
I'm nervous, I'm gonna shut up for the moment. If I can kill it here, that'd be good.
what's this? A savage hit.
Ooh, I'm close to dying, and yet... Is this enough?
What will it do? The attack wasn't effective. What a furious battle.
Okay, I've got a plan here. I don't know if it'll work. Just like the best I can do at the moment. Oh, okay, that's good. That's like a fucking solid resist. Maybe. If I can be careful.
Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Oh, wait, it has Mega Drain? What? How the fuck was I supposed to know it had Mega Drain? Who the fuck puts Mega Drain on a Slowbro?
Is it down and out?
Or so I was gonna add
The
Tentacruel.
next Pokemon is
I guess it's not too bad of a move choice, but it's like, that was unexpected.
Here's a Pokemon switch. The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The combatants are making sparks fly.
I wish I'd picked Electabuzz now, so I could, like,
How's that?
try it and get it, but whatever. Hold on a second, my phone's ringing. Let me
Now,
wait for this. I'm gonna, like, go ahead and put this on AFK. I'll be back in a little bit. My mom just got here, I'm assuming. I shall go ahead and mute. I'll just BRB. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Had my mom over, bringing me some vacuum bags, trying to help me with my vacuum cleaner and get it fixed, and, well, I think it's working now. Need to be doing house cleaning in the near future anyway. That was what that was about. I keep saying I'm going to, and then end up, like, putting it off, so, yeah. Just checking on that, really. Next few weeks are going to be a little odd and, like, really busy for me. Still going to be streaming some, but not as much. I need the time to fix things up to look kind of nice. So, expect less than usual, I'd say. I'll be on, though, don't worry. Give me a second. Assess what I'm doing here. Okay, there we go.
We're in the last half of the tournament.
Hopefully that when I get back, I can, like, I'm gonna try to use some of the time to get done cleaning, so it's gonna take a while. Like, I might actually use this time to, like, expand some stuff that I'm waiting for the stream. I really want to play some stuff through, like, I'll play, like, say, Mario Party over NetPlay via Parsec and some other stuff like that. I've heard about how good it is. I've never really tried enough to set it up, and frankly, I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that.
Fireworks are flying in this
I
battle.
don't know how difficult it is, but that would be really fun. Just get like 4 people together and continually do Mario Party shit. Or really just all sorts of multiplayer games. As much as I talk about it, I like single player games more. It's fun playing multiplayer.
Neither one is
I need to catch up on some stuff too. Like, I want to try out, like, playing Street Fighter 2 again. I think I played it on SNES Classic a long time back, and I haven't played it since. I'm not a big fighting person fan. If we do, like, multiplayer stuff, it's going to be mostly, like, stuff like N64, SNES, maybe some other platforms. I'm not sure. I'd have to think it through, but, like, there's a lot I'd like to do with it, and just messing around would be a ton of fun. I'm sure I would really get a lot out. Then I'm sure you guys would probably enjoy it. I hope that their plan for if they release N64 games on Switch is to get them like online compatibility. I've said that before, but it'd be fucking amazing. Imagine if they got the GameCube and did this with like some of the multiplayer stuff. That would be too cool. Chances of that happening feel incredibly slim, though. God damn it, game.
Whoa, it attacked itself. The heated battle rages on.
Speaking of like multiplayer, I remember back in the day before I started streaming, I would always do like all sorts of crazy shit, just messing around. Like, say, I used to play like TF2 a lot and play Gmod a lot and use like Hamachi to like log into games and do shit. And I think it like slowed down the internet, like had some general problems. Like it was useful overall for just getting connected to somebody, but God, like, I remember that like so many problems with that. I don't know why. A lot of games I'd played in the past, and I was like wanted to join friends' lobbies and stuff. Like I couldn't because for some reason, fucking server and whatnot wouldn't show up in my friends list. It's just like, why? Are there problems and I want to join a game? Just let me fucking get in without any issue. I think that'd be a fun multiplayer stream in a little bit. Do Gmod and mess around. I've not streamed it once, and yet I love playing it. You've got to be fucking kidding me! I couldn't attack because of the confusion. God damn it! Whatever, I guess.
Which Pokemon is coming out? Oh, it's Electabuzz! The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The combatants are making...
I've got to say, I'm sure I've said it, but I want to say this again. It's like, I hope they do an N64 collection somehow, even if it's an N64 Classic like they did SNES Classic and NES Classic. I want to play old N64 games that dig one out. It's fun just playing a lot of that stuff, and I miss playing some of it, to be honest. So I'm talking about older stuff. It's like I'd like to talk about some more obscure games I can think of any. Give me a second or two to think on this. I haven't played a lot of these games that are like really unknown. Or actually, this is talking about games in general. Like it's talking about older stuff. I don't know why that's led into this, but whatever. Oh, come on, game! Are you fucking shitting me right now? I can't even fight back. Yeah, good fight here. Fucking confusing me so much that I can't fucking attack once. That's totally fair. This is bad. This is really bad. If I can somehow pull off a win here, it's gonna be a fucking miracle.
Oh, it's Diglett! There's just one Pokemon aside now.
I remember one that I've got so many cool looking things I've gotten over like over Steam sales. One of them was like a game where I remember it was like a I don't know if Steam sales was a Humble Bundle, but like I got some game that was like Earthbound inspired where you're like playing as a mayor. Is unique and weird, but very, very different and had like a good feel to it. I forget what the name is, something like Yes, Mr. President or something. Is really strange and really funny. Oh, speaking of like really dumb and kind of obscure games, I've wanted to play that Metal Wolf Chaos thing for a long time when that got re-released. Maybe I will. Like, I know that got released from like an E3 or two ago. I don't remember which one. They like teased it and it looked alright. In fact, it's a remaster and I think it'd be a fun time to check it out. So, I mean, maybe in the near future. I definitely think it looks fantastic though and worth my time. That could be a nice stream in the future, actually. I love playing crazy games, and yet I barely touch them on stream for some reason. Even though I really enjoy playing all sorts of stuff.
They go into battle poses. Flash up confused, Ray. It's confused!
You know, there's one thing I didn't bring up in that song, something like YouTube related. I love watching videos that are like science. Usually, like you have to like learn stuff and watch a video and see all these interesting and neat things you've never heard about. It's really, really cool being able to like sit down and watch a video and then learn like something you've never even heard of and try like learning all these neat things you could maybe apply in your everyday life. It'd be really fun to like. Or it seems like it'd be really fun to have a channel like that. But I don't know anything about science in that regard, so I can't like really help.
Oh, it's not
make any useful contributions. I'm not terrible, but I don't really feel like I know a lot of science, period. Vsauce is fun to watch how informative it is, even if it's really a strange like channel to talk about. Oh, god damn it. This whole team is fucking running confusion and confused race shit, stuff like that. Oh, great. There may be not a worse strat than fucking spamming like confusion and fucking and sleep and attraction towards an opponent, just fucking destroying their ability to fucking fight back. Hate it. Come on, let me attack.
What'll it do?
Speaking of which, Whitney, the worst Pokemon gym I can remember, fucking try to fight her and end up getting your Pokemon attracted to hers, and then you can't fucking win because your Pokemon just aren't responding, or fucking rollouts getting spammed. Ugh.
What now? The attack wasn't effective.
Come on.
There it goes.
Okay, good. Kill it. Yes, good, good, good.
Oh, is it down and out?
You know, I want to see like some more new single-player IPs in the near future. Not from Nintendo, but like, I'd love to see more stuff that's like brand new. I've played a lot of games from other franchises I love, but I feel like I want to see some like brand new stuff. Like Nintendo made ARMS not long ago, some multiplayer, but I want to see like what a new single-player IP they make can do. There's been some stuff, but nothing like really eye-catching.
What's next?
They always make like really good games though, and it usually feels like their new IPs are really great. I mean, there are a lot that are underutilized though, so they don't really need to rush into making new stuff. It'd be crazy to see like an out of left field revival though, and do something like Star Tropics. That game was cool. I'd love to see that. Get a new game or something. That was like a really good game, and I feel like that'd be fun to play. It's like a 2D Zelda almost, so I think it'd work well enough. People get their experiences similar to 2D Zelda, can like stop that craving for it. God, I wonder how many games they made as like one-off or two-offs on like the NES and SNES and just fucking abandoned. There's that Lolo and Lala game too, like the characters that originated in Kirby. Those were both really interesting, and I'd love to see what they could do if they fleshed it out some. Oh, my controller's low on battery. I was gonna stop this a little bit early, so once I get to 3 hours today, I might actually call this and try again tomorrow, actually, so we'll see where that goes, but yeah. Hold on a second. Think that'll work.
The field is thinning out. We're into round 6.
I wonder how many like failed consoles there are that like barely been talked about. I know AVGN talks about like a lot of old stuff, but like talking about older games anyway. Like I remember like a lot of his things are like about fucking really old consoles, like 3DO. Also like a talk about him talking about, let's see, not just 3DO, but he also talks about that Odyssey system and let's see. Pretty sure one of the things he talks about a lot is Commodore 64, which I don't know a ton about that. I know it's like a really big thing. I think it has a computer, but I remember hearing about that in quite a few nerd episodes. Oh, the CDI is bad too. Like, I can just imagine how many things have been like left to die that nobody's talked about. It's like nobody thought about it. I'm sure there's probably a ton of like people who enter the console market and failed. There's so many people that made like mascots and failed too. Weird to think about.
What will the next Pokemon be?
wonder how long my next fossil batch has left. Oh shit.
The Pokemon are entirely different types.
Be careful here.
They go into battle poses. It flew up into the sky.
You know, it'd be fun to just... I mean, it'd take a lot of money, but I'd like to, like, sit down and, like, try messing around with some older systems at one point, maybe on stream. Maybe not. It might not be worth the money investment, but it'd be cool to, like, check out some pieces of history and, like, see if I could do anything interesting with any, like, consoles that I've not learned much about or don't know a whole ton about. That'd be a fun way to, like, do something on stream. I feel like that'd be different. What Fire Blast? Is that gonna do much? Probably not. We'll see, I guess.
What'll it do? The attack wasn't effective.
There was another one, it was a video game, like an add-on, I think, something like some sort of Game Genie thing, apparently. I don't remember, like, as these was like cards in it, and like it had like a few games, and it got discontinued. It was really weird. I remember hearing about it's on AVGN. It's such a nice little detail that's not in like other Pokemon games, at least to my knowledge, like how they show the Pokemon try to hit you when you're in the air. In other games, it just fucking misses because it's like assumed you would have been above or below the attack where they couldn't reach. I like the little attention to detail, even though it's obvious he's supposed to miss. Oh boy, here we go. I could have switched at any point, but I didn't want to sabotage my last Pokemon here. I know what to do here.
It's one Pokemon against two now. The tense battle continues.
Aurora Beam? Oh shit, if I didn't think about it, if I get fucking frozen, that would be bad. I never understood why it took them so long to split the special attack and the attack stat. It was really odd how, like, all types for a while were like, they're like a one or the other, and there wasn't any fucking, like, good preferences like a special attack or an attack in terms of Pokemon. Like, really odd to think they took like 3 gens or so to get game balance really, really good. I don't know. I'm just thinking in general. Let me check my chat and reload it, make sure everything's okay. Sorry if I'm typing like the same message a lot, that test message. I'm just trying to make sure the chat's okay.
There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right down to the wire.
There we go, that's better.
They go into battle poses. What'll it do?
I could sit here and talk like all day about like good YouTube videos and stuff. Like I'd talk about the AVGN, and I've got to say, like, one of the things I liked about AGN was like some of his more different reviews, like watching him play, say, like or playing with Rob and playing like those games that are meant to be played with it. That was fascinating to watch, seeing how these games played, and then seeing this like really dumb skit that's over the top is funny. I love how he does that with like a lot of his stuff. And he did that especially a lot in the older episodes, it felt like. His Earthbound review was really cool. I'd love to try my hand at game reviews. It seems like such a hard fucking topic to do. Namely, you gotta like set aside time and be dedicated. I don't feel like I've got quite as much ability to handle doing that stuff. I mean, I can work with scripted stuff decently well, but I don't really actually know if I can handle a game review or not.
The intense battle continues. Now. What's next?
I have so many YouTube channels that I'd love to watch in the past that I've like abandoned watching, not intentionally, just like I just didn't have the interest after like stopped watching, say, The Completionist. I don't know why his episodes didn't feel like they were appealing to me anymore. They were really good though, and I always enjoyed them, but I don't know.
Light hit. Fireworks
Also,
on
let's see,
side
who
win
else?
battle.
I remember there was a guy I watched like called Nerd Cubed a long time ago, and I enjoyed his content like a ton. It was really good, and
A minor
I fell out of watching iDubbbz because the videos got
furious
not as
battle.
fun to watch in my opinion. They were always like, it's just not the best video. It's not terrible, and I hate right now that I'm stuck in a fucking spam that I can't escape from because the game keeps using fire spin over and over again, and it's really getting annoying really fucking quickly.
Being unable to move hurts.
Yeah, no shit.
Neither one is conceding an inch. The attack still going on.
We can see that. Riveting commentary from the announcer. I mean, I'm not doing a whole lot better, but still.
Building over this hot battle.
Hot battle. While there's like a fire spin spam, and that's it. That's kind of an exaggeration, I think.
It's the target.
Thank you, God.
How's that?
I was gonna say, if I lost to that cheesy bullshit, I was not gonna be okay.
Finally taken down. And there goes the battle.
Nothing still. God damn it. I'm just gonna do one more batch, partially because I was like uncertain about how I wanted to do things time-wise today, and also after I get done, I'd like to recharge my controller. Next time I'll do like more fossils than I did today. 1 second. God damn it, how'd I... Just trying to click something, I got in the wrong tab. Okay, there we go. Say 2022, I have to check that again. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Next batch, here we come. What did I say? Hold on. Video on the game kind of stopped. There we go. What was I gonna say? Something I wanted to bring up. God damn it, I can't remember. Whatever, though. I will just say, like, really quickly, talking about, like, Twitch streams, and I enjoy watching those a lot. Curious what everybody's favorites are. I talked about that before, I think, but I just wanted to, like, see, because I remember any conversation about this. Like, I RT Games, that was fun. Channel I like checking in on. I also watch Vinesauce a lot, and I've watched Criticals more than I have. Like, I've like a lot of people I watch Criken, all sorts of like YouTube, not YouTube, but well, some of them are YouTubers, like people like that, and watching generally like a lot of really good streamers that do like a lot of fun stuff to watch. It's hard to like convey this properly, but like I wish I had half as much talent as some of them. I'm trying my best to make these interesting, but it's like, eh. Oh, there was actually one I forgot about that I liked a lot that I could bring up, I guess. I remember I probably talked about it a lot. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm like reusing topics, and I'm really not trying to make this awkward, but like, watch a channel called Con TV, and that was a good channel to watch because it had like movies going on all the time, and I loved checking in on like what stuff they had. I haven't watched it in forever, but I remember really, really loving and enjoying what they did with their channel. Always found it fascinating and worth like tuning in to check out. It was always a good watch in my opinion. Probably some of my more fun moments on Twitch, if I had to be honest.
This is it, the semi-finals. No one wants to lose, having come this far.
Give me a second. Oh shit.
Vigorous attack.
I don't get why flamethrower, like ice attacks work against Charizard this gen. Maybe it's the flying type? I don't know. It's odd how it's not doing anything.
What will the trainer do now?
Or it's in that much damage, excuse me.
battle.
This will work if I switch into this.
Fighting poses.
Or am I in this turn? I want to win it and get done with Poke Cup today, hopefully.
Oh, it's Charizard.
This is why I don't play competitive. I struggle with some of the basic interactions sometimes. I don't think this is like a necessarily problem match, but it's not great either. Oh, of fucking course it hits me.
Swap change the flow of battle?
If I fly, is it going to hit me immediately, or am I going to roll second turn?
Fire blast! Miss the target. Neither one is conceding an inch.
Music, my god, though.
What's next? A decent
Oh
hit.
shit, oh shit. I still got hit too. Fuck!
The
That's exactly what I was worried about. This is what happens when you get two flying Pokemon. This shit starts happening. God damn it. I'm trying to fucking avoid this stuff. I really am.
Oh, the attack hit. What
This is a bad startup. I don't cope with like difficult Pokemon games well. Sometimes it's like difficult segments, but like I end up getting screwed over pretty easy. I feel like I do not perform very well on under pressure. Some of my Smash streams are fun, but still. Why does he get to roll speed again? Give me a chance to fucking fight with an attack instead of just fucking ending it before it even begins. Oh, fucking lovely.
What will the next Pokemon be? Now,
I might as well just restart this battle.
here's a Pokemon. It's 2 Pokemon against 3 now.
What are you guys, like, some hobbies you guys enjoy doing? I'm curious, like, when you're not playing games. I've never really played too many sports. I like playing basketball and messing around with, like... I think I've tried to do tennis before, and I liked that. Didn't really get very far with it, though. I think I've gotten, like, doing games at, like, places you can hang out, though. Like, you go over to, like, one of those bars, or I don't know if you call it a bar, actually. Just, like, one of those places that's, like a restaurant or club or whatever, those kind of things, and you just go in, like, play the games there. That's usually a good time waster and a lot of fun. I'd say that's something I enjoy doing. That's always been something I've enjoyed immensely. I don't really fucking have much of another choice for moves right now in Pokemon, and I'm not looking to fucking lose again, god damn it.
Vigorous attack.
This may be like the single-handed biggest problem with Pokemon is like trying to survive oh my fucking god, exactly like this, trying to survive this and needing to grind. Sure, it's usually just being under-leveled, but like, this has been fucking batshit fucking insane and kind of impossible right now. I don't get why games laying the pressure on so thick right now. It's making it really hard to fucking concentrate. And of course it's switching already. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding. Right when I lose my big Pokemon I was going to use against it. At least I got that.
How will this swap affect the outcome?
How do you... I'm curious, what do you guys think is like one of the... is your favorite actor, like your favorite lines from movies? Just like, be any actor, it doesn't have to be a movie actor. I'm just curious. I love talking about this stuff sometimes, and I'm a sucker for a really good movie. I wish I thought, and like I knew about this a little bit earlier. I don't know how to talk about it now, but like, I was watching some clips from like Tim Curry and like some that were really damn stupid but really funny that I'd found, I don't know, some time ago. If I wasn't like struggling to like do this and I didn't have like a way to, by the way, to like show it right now, I would, because can't just fix this up and play it through my mic easy, and my headphones are being used so that I don't have audio issues. Otherwise I could play the clip for you guys, and I saw like some really good stuff. And yesterday I was like rewatching some old shows that I remembered and really loved, I watched Freakazoid stuff for a little bit. Well, it's only like 1 or 2 clips I think I checked out. Something about old cartoons I really like compared to newer cartoons. They always feel really funny. Not so much some of the newer stuff though. I can't say why or what it is about that makes me feel that way. Guess it's just my humor. Maybe it's partially nostalgia.
What's this? It didn't do much damage.
Let's see here.
What'll it do? The special stat is down.
I don't like talking about politics too much, but I'll say that I don't really know if I like where the election's going. I haven't been like paying the most attention, but it doesn't seem like Bernie Sanders is getting very far, and I want to see him win the election, but I don't have a lot of faith after how things are turning out. I'm kind of worried that he's going to lose it, and he seems like a lot better of a president than Trump. I feel like Trump just causes a lot of issues. If he's doing a few things right, he's still not the best president. I feel like Obama did a pretty decent job with like all the time he was in office, so people give him a lot of flack, even though he still did a lot of pretty good stuff. I mean, he did implement Obamacare though, and it's not like the best, so I can understand it's kind of just a kind of service. It is a little weird to me though, thinking as I've lived in America, like how we're one of the few countries that doesn't have like free healthcare. It's a little bit odd to me.
The combatants are making sparks fly.
Will this actually do anything, or is this not like set to do neutral damage? Okay, it is in this game. Right. I paralyze this thing. Don't want to lose. Yes, okay. I don't think that works in later gen, but I'm not gonna care. There we go. Fuck off, Zapdos.
The intense battle continues. They strike fighting poses.
Come on. This is part of the reason I don't like competitive either. You have to do damage calculations, typically it feels like, and that can be less than fun to deal with. Oh god, am I gonna die to Charizard again? Don't want to. I want to survive so badly. All I want. Oh no, we're in a pickle right now. I'm dead. Unless I can get lucky. Fuck, this is annoying. I haven't been able to get barely any continues at all. I've been trying. Maybe if I can survive this, I can get to the next round. It's getting rough.
Both combatants are down to their last Pokemon.
I wonder if like I'm like just thinking like in general, it's like related to something I thought that I wonder if there's like in any other games in Yellow that have had like any inspiration from the anime. I wouldn't assume so, but I have no idea. It'd be kind of neat to see if there were though. Oh god damn it! I had a feeling this would happen, but it'd be too fucking hard to survive like barely any health like that. Fuck my luck, huh? I get screwed over by this shit when I'm this far in. That hurts because I was like really far. Give me a second. I think I'm gonna put in. Oh no, shit. I could just reset me. Well, I don't know. I'll just forfeit. It should be just as quick. There we go.
It's underway. Pokemon.
Let's see. Oh, another topic. I really love seeing custom stuff from like fans and games. I love playing like different mods of games or playing like maps that come out. It's always really cool to see what people come up with, and my god, I love it when I can like actually like check out something that's got a lot of passion put into it and see how much fans care for the games. It's always really great. Sure, it must be something for a dev to see somebody put in like a ton of effort on making a level for one of their games. I would be extremely flattered if I ever made a game and someone had to mod my game, because it'd probably mean they like it a lot more than likely. That's what I get the impression of. And there's like a lot of really good mods out there. Speaking of mods, like the Smash mods I've seen, like, a lot of them are just character skins. There's some really weird ones. Like, one of them I saw was, like, something that was called, like, I think it was, what was it again? Smash Infinite, that was it. Yeah, I saw that on a Vinesauce stream. All the fucking characters this person added to, like, create not only fan service, but, like, their own characters they wanted to insert in, I guess. Like, it was fucking crazy. Waluigi, Goku, all this other shit that was like... You could tell it was like an extensive mod because the characters actually used like unique moves in it, and seems like it's a massive undertaking. I've tried to do that kind of stuff and I never get anywhere. Like I did Mario 64 attempt at trying to mod that game, and needless to say, that didn't really go anywhere. I would love to try my hand to making my own mod one day. I have a feeling I would like it a lot.
What will the next Pokemon be?
God, the stream has been kind of quiet today, unfortunately. Not a big deal, just eh.
How will the type difference affect that? What's that? Good hit.
So, it's just a quick question. If anybody wants to answer, if not, it's fine. What are your guys' favorite activities to do? Like, favorite thing you did from school, even? Like, I've not been to school in a long time, but I remember I loved going to art class a lot, and I also liked going into, like, computer classes. Usually fun to just mess around and do whatever for a while, and get done with the project, and just hang out and do as much as I can for messing around for a little bit. Had some bad memories of it too. Like one point there was like a thing that I had to do for like a project, and had like two classmates that were with me, and like basically did all the work in the project, not letting me get any input in, and then had to rate everybody else on the project, and got rated poorly because like the teacher said they had rated me with like a lower score. I was so pissed off. I was trying to do my best on this project, and I was not getting like an option to actually do anything during this project, and I felt like I was getting nowhere because I couldn't even get the chance to actually do anything. I think I gave them decently high scores, and the assholes fucking gave me a low score even though they wouldn't give me the chance to help out with the project. It's like, it's such a lame memory to remember. It's not a big deal, but still. God, it's so nice when you get out of school, like, and get out of high school, like, things get generally better, I feel like, and meet a lot nicer people. There's a lot less assholes out there than there are in, like, school. It feels like you see that some of the shittiest people while you're going to school. Maybe it's just me and how my life went, but I ran into a lot of not-so-great people. Then again, I'm sure a lot of them didn't want to be there, and I, at the time, can say that I wasn't really super invested in the classes either or anything. I was, like, kind of the type who just wanted to be able to go home and take it easy and not have to think about school. It sucked and I got sick, though, and nobody would listen. That was always, like, ugh, goddammit, just fucking, I'm just trying to, like, make it so that I can not have a miserable day at school if I'm sick and my parents don't want to listen. They think I was lying to them, and it's like, no, when I'm talking about being sick, I usually am like 100% serious. I don't remember any times where I ever faked being sick, and my parents are just like types who blew it off. It was really annoying and kind of feels really shitty. By the way, like, what do you guys think is, like, the coolest Pokemon design? Not necessarily your favorite, just, like, something you like the look of, like a Pokemon you think is really well designed and really interesting. Part of the reason I like these fossils and I'm hunting them is that I find their designs to be really odd and really, really awesome looking. Like, I think they're probably worth getting the shinies of, because I think their designs look stellar. They're legitimately some of my favorite Pokemon this gen, even though that's not saying a lot, since there's a lot of Pokemon that I like this gen. I feel like the last two gens had some weaker new Pokemon, and this one's had some really, really good stuff in it, honestly. I think if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have bought the game. Like, I wouldn't have got Sword and Shield.
How will the type difference affect that? Here's a Pokemon chain. What's that?
Oh, by the way, you guys like Zelda, what's your favorite? I don't know if I've asked that or not, actually, but I love Majora's Mask a lot. That's one of my favorite 3Ds. My favorite 2D would be probably Link's Awakening, but not the remakes. I've never played it. Oh, come on, a fucking Hyper Beam, really?
Which Pokemon is coming out?
Not exactly too fair there, but okay. Get fucking immediately killed by a goddamn Hyper Beam. Thanks, game.
This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon. It can't make a move. What's this? Missed the target.
Oh, another thing. Not for like horror games or anything, but what's like the creepiest game you guys have ever seen? I'm curious. Like the thing that when something you saw that's not is like kind of unsettling and just not very good. Like something that legitimately just a really, really weird or bad game and like and kind of creepy. I don't see those very often, but when I do, it's usually really, really interesting to explore, despite how terrifying some of these can be. I love seeing weird games and also creative games that are like very different from the norm. Oh, come on, Rock Slide's not supposed to be that inaccurate. Just fucking hit. Seriously? Are we fucking really doing this shit game? Where I can't fucking strike it and fucking this is happening?
The heated battle rages on.
I hate how low accuracy I am right now.
Here comes the aerial attack.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Super effective.
Please, let me hit.
There it goes. Wow, that's an effective hit.
There we go, fuck yeah.
This battle is raging back and forth.
Hold on a second, I need to check on a thing or two really fast. Oh, great.
Right. Oh, the attack missed. Sparks are flying in this heated match.
Hold on a second, got another problem to deal with on here. Malwarebytes keeps nagging me to upgrade, and I probably should, but I've just ignored it and not really cared. And hold on a second, what the fuck? And I'm getting an OBS pop-up about fucking me trying to start OBS and I didn't? What the hell? Like about how it's already running? Like, I don't know what that's about. It's weird as fuck. Oh no, I'm not faster, am I? God damn it.
We're down to the last Pokemon. It's one Pokemon against two now. The tense battle continues. Here it comes! Thunder!
Yes, yes. You know, one of my favorite types of games to play is not genre, but like, I love seeing and looking at games that are just like riddled with bugs. Somebody like putting in like too little effort or making a bad game and not checking it and fucking like just as you can tell it's rushed. Like, it's always funny to watch that shit and see kind of dumb shit you can run into. Something about watching bad games is really funny. What the fuck am I supposed to do when all my team goes down like that, where I can't really fucking fight back very easily? I guess I have to get rid of Diglett. I'm trying my best. I'm just getting fucking stomped every time I try to fucking make any progress, because I got so far and then I lost, and it's mostly me getting stuck on like the second round or so. This last bit doesn't fucking make it easy. Big Rig's fucking hilariously bad game. That game has got to be like a pre-alpha that never fucking went anywhere. It's so fucking poorly made. One day I want to do like a thing where I get on Steam and like download a bunch of really bad games and see just how they all play. Feel like that'd be a fun time to mess around with and just see what all we can do. Breaking a game or like playing a game that's like really, really poorly put together is like surprisingly a fun time for whatever reason. Why is it all the pre-evolutions have Earthquake, but none of the evolutions do? We'll go with Marowak, sure. There we go. I never really understood what the point of, like, how Game Freak would, like, continually keep changing shit in gens was. Like, how they always would change it so that, like, after one gen, and, like, say, for example, in Fire Red Leaf Green, Charmeleon learned Metal Claw, and yet, later on, it loses access to it. Like, I don't get why there were, like, so many moves that were just, like, not even capable of being held on to, and were just, like, discarded like that. Like, a lot of moves that get fucking thrown away between games for whatever reason. It's not necessary. Like, I didn't know about this before now, but Melmetal learned Toxic and Earthquake and Let's Go, but not in Sword and Shield. I would have assumed it had the same exact move pool. I don't know why they changed it, frankly. I feel like it probably would have been fine keeping the moves. But whatever, I guess.
How's that? Super effective. Oh, is it down and out? The next Pokemon is being pressed.
I wonder how long we're going to have to wait on the Smash stuff. Actually, I was like thinking on this just a little bit, like, cause I was trying to think of something to talk about, and like, actually thinking, like, remember we got our, to talk about there being an ARMS character in Smash. They didn't really say a lot yesterday, but like, remember hearing about that and finding it pretty interesting to hear. Like, they didn't give us a fighter, but I did like hearing about the fact there was going to be an ARMS character in the game, so I thought it was great that one of my favorite new franchises Nintendo's established is like actually getting Smash representation. I mean, not the hugest, but like, as an IP, I think ARMS has a lot of potential to go further than what it did. Like, it was already a really good fighting game, even though it's simplistic. All the characters are really good, and I miss playing it. I want to revisit it too. Honestly, a favorite, and like the first game that really sold me on the Switch, honestly. Great title. Oh, come on! A fucking crit that one-shot me just out of nowhere. If I had known what was going to happen there, I wouldn't have switched Pokemon, but I'm not a fucking psychic, for fuck's sake.
They strike fighting poses. Here's a Pokemon chain. Oh, it's poison. Will it be okay?
Oh well, I guess.
The Pokemon are entirely different types.
Fucking hell.
Nail the weak spot.
You've got to be shitting me. So if I kill it, but then I lose Slowbro, well, actually, I think the match is already over, but still.
That's the weak spot. Wow! Going down.
At least it's not like fucking that one match, that guy who had like an entire exploding team. That was fucking miserable. This game has a lot of gimmick opponents you fight, though. I gotta say, most of the time in a game, like, forces a gimmick down your throat, it gets really old really fast, and I really hate putting up with it. A lot of the times, it doesn't feel great, like, how fucking... Let's see, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was talking about. Shit. I was talking about games that have, like, forced gimmicks. Oh, Mario Tennis, like, did that way too hard. That was, like, not fun to put up with. Fucking continually use that. And as you kept playing it, like,
to the
I
one.
didn't like that a lot, and I found
One down.
how they made more gimmicks in Mario. Super Mario There's You to be not very great. How they like added all these extra things, like
What's this?
only 2 people in like Luigi U can have like characters that aren't
Fireworks are flying in this
forced to
battle.
have like some sort of like handicap. I think I'm not actually in both games. I'm not actually sure, but like you can't play it normally at like all skill levels like you can some of the other Mario games, which is really bizarre to me. The fact that it got ported at all is a really weird thing, because it's not even that great of a Wii U game. Seeing it get ported over to Switch was kind of weird to me. I don't know. I feel like they could have selected a lot more interesting of a game choice. Some of the Wii U ports have been questionable, despite some of them being really good. I don't think that hashtag FB thing needed a port, but I'm happy people who wanted to check it out get the chance to, at least. Hyrule Warriors is good, so is let's see what else. Well, Mario Maker got a full-on game. I like that. I don't care for Splatoon, and I know that's not a port. That's like a full-fledged sequel, but just throwing that out there. Okay, there we go. That should be good.
What kind of battle can we expect to see? Begin round 2.
You know, one thing yesterday reminded me, though, I don't remember if there were like a ton of them, but I remember watching and like, I love indie games, and like I'm glad I tuned into that direct. I really like seeing all sorts of like stuff that devs work on. That Indies direct, like I guess like a hold on a second.
Oops, it's paralyzed. It created a substitute. Fireworks are flying in this battle.
Sorry about that. My allergies are like out of control. I had to like mute my microphone. That Nindy stuff had a lot of stuff I thought looked cool in it though, and you can tell I'm gonna have like a good amount of games to pick up when I get enough money for it, even though I was talking about how I didn't like there were no new first party reveals and last direct, but I mean whatever.
The substitute disappeared. What now? What will be?
Yes, good.
There's a big difference in HP.
Try it again if I get a chance.
Poses.
Of course not. I think I'm paralyzed then, probably.
Flying. Thunderbolt.
Fucking hell, can I not even get one chance to try and make my movement?
It's paralyzed on the spot. What a furious battle.
Well, it's such Pokemon now before we get screwed over.
Here's a Pokemon trick.
You know there's some weird fucking problems and like a legendary gets taken out that fast at its equal level. Maybe it's like, it's super effective and like it's doing a lot of damage, holy shit.
Oh, the attack missed. Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Oh, not this shit again. If I die to Hyper Beam, you cannot be fucking serious game if this happens. Okay, good. Thank God that didn't do much. I wonder why it's like sometimes high damage, sometimes it's not. I know it's in newer games, it's like it does much at all.
Oh, is it down and out?
Maybe this might be like a
The next
weird thing to
Pokemon
bring up, but I don't get why
is
normal type is a thing in Pokemon. It's not bad, but it's like kind of a
Oh, it's
not
Nigel.
super useful typing, and it doesn't really
How will the type
feel like it
affect
adds a lot to the
next
game
battle?
balance. Hey Wayne, welcome back. Good to see you made it back. Not much. I've been like trying to think of like conversation topics to talk about and just going through this game in the meantime. I've struggling a little bit to like talk and like think about whatever to talk about though. I need to figure out a way to get better at this stuff. That's good. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're the only one who's reported it as broken, but if it's fixed for you now, I'm glad.
It pumped up its special rating. Fire blast.
By the oh no wait, I was gonna say, hey, if you play, I was gonna ask you played Doom Eternal, but I don't think you did because you got Animal Crossing, and I doubt you'd got both of those games. I was just about to ask that for a second.
Go into battle poses.
Yeah, I thought about that, and then after I said that, I was like, yeah, no, I realized it. I have a lot that I do want to check out.
Round 0.
I bet this year is good. If we don't get something done about the virus. This year's going to be barren.
There's a difference in the number of
I
preserved
really don't want
Pokemon.
to have nothing to do with like new games this
it's
year.
regular. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
Oops, shit, I fucked up on my controller for a second. Give me a moment. I think I have to unplug it and replug it. It's not working. Shooters are good, yeah. I don't disagree. I've seen a lot of people talking about AC as well. It's really good. At least it looks really good, I should say. I've never really played it.
The trainer hasn't issued an order.
Okay, there we go.
Now,
And like all the big games right now, I guess, are like Half-Life Alyx, Doom, and Animal Crossing. Like, all those games have a lot of attention. I just watched like Donkey's Half-Life Alyx thing yesterday, and it's really funny.
neither one.
Some of the jokes are really good, like the joke about Ubisoft.
They strike
Like how one of the
twice.
zombies is clipping through the fucking door.
What now?
I mean, I like Animal Crossing overall, so I don't feel like I'll be upset with New Horizons, so
Make a move.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
The crowd's excitement is building.
Let
over
me
this
attack,
hot
damn it!
battle. What's that? Hit the
Oh shit! No! Fucking, I think I was close to getting, let's say, like another continue too.
What will the next
Fuck.
Pokemon be? Combat
Give me a moment or
begins.
two.
Here's a Pokemon
Oh.
chain.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I don't really, there's like not a lot of new stuff, but I actually have quite a few games I just realized that I need to catch up on anyway. There are like so many things on GameCube that I wanted to look at, like,
The move.
I remember I wanted to play that Billy Hatcher game, and I never checked it out because it was by Sega, and I thought it would be interesting, but I never picked it up at the time. Now I kind of regret not getting it because it looks like it'd be a worthwhile investment, honestly.
What'll it do? That's the weak spot.
Ooh, shit, come on. Oh, yeah. The other thing that's, like, really interesting to talk about are, like, consoles that, like, never really
The intense battle
got
continues.
released. Like, that's a weird thing to bring up, I guess, but, like, I remember, what, somebody said that they ads didn't like it, I'm thinking it's boring. Yeah, I don't know, that's a kind of stupid thing to complain about, but I don't know, like, it's really weird. Seems like a lot of Nintendo fans nitpick shit. I'm a Nintendo fan myself, but I mean, if you don't find it interesting and you're looking for like a story, then you're playing the wrong game. That's just all there is to it for Animal Crossing. I actually had this conversation with a friend about, like, he didn't understand it and had to explain what the appeal of Animal Crossing was so that he would get that it's not meant to be like a story-based game. You go into Animal Crossing expecting to get some narrative-driven game or something like really give a single player, you're not gonna enjoy it, obviously. Played it before, they didn't like it, and since played it again, so it's the same game. It's boring. That's fucking really weird to me. Wonder what it was they didn't like so much, but whatever, I guess. Wait, what? I thought from the start meant from the start of the fucking challenge, not go back and reassemble my team. Okay, fuck. One second or two, I'm just looking at the stuff. By the way, like, this is a topic I brought up earlier and I was interested in, like, talking about anyway, like... Well, give me a second, I'm trying to look for all my Pokemon I want. But... Whoops, actually no, I don't want that. But... What did you say the hardest game you've ever played is? I'm curious. I think Lost Levels might be that for me. I'm also bad at playing... Let's see, was it Punch-Out on... like the NES? I've tried to beat it so many times and I suck at it and I hate it that I'm like so bad. Really enjoy that game. Like to get more out of it. Like that's one of the game, like there's a lot of stuff, like, especially older games I've noticed are like really fucking hard.
Then again, there's stuff like I Want to Be the Guy. It's also fucking batshit crazy in terms of difficulty. Also, I don't know if you heard of it, but like there's one game that came to mind that I remembered recently. Something that's called like Cat Mario or something like that. I think it has like a really weird Japanese name. It was created like probably 10 or more years ago. It was like really dumb, really difficult Mario parody. Found it to be really, really fascinating. One of the harder games I played, and you have to like watch where you're stepping and like learn everything about the game as you're playing it. It's just like fucking those stupid cheap tricks to keep killing you. It's one of the most clever games I've seen though, and how dumb it is, and for some reason I really enjoyed playing it. I don't know why.
Here's the first move. The special stat is down.
Sometimes I wish I could go back and like sit down and play like old Flash games. It's just fun to mess around and do that stuff as a kid. Hell, some of them are really addictive.
Fireworks are
Let me see.
flying in this
Missed
battle.
anything? Like chop trees, fish. I don't know. I'd say it's not really any worse than any other Animal Crossing from the looks of it. I haven't played it, but it doesn't look boring to me. It looks like it'd be fun enough. They added plenty of extra stuff to do too, so I mean, you get a lot to keep you going in the game. I'd say Animal Crossing looks like it's worth it.
The next Pokemon is being prepped.
It's really strange to sit and think about how we basically haven't had like like a proper console entry in like a good 9 or 10 years, I would say. I'm not actually sure, but like New Horizons came like a long time after City Folk, and I'm pretty sure we didn't get our hands on the new console Fire Emblem until Three Houses, which I don't even know when the Wii game came out. It was so long ago. What the fuck? Why did I guess I was weakened and didn't realize it? Shit, whatever.
They strike fighting Pokemon.
Wait, is it over? No, for a second I saw the message. Shit, my bad.
How will the type difference affect
It feels
the
nice seeing all these games in HD again.
battle poses? What's next?
Wait, to link Bill's Nintendo's doing another Q&A for Animal Crossing? Interesting. That reminds me of that time when, like, in Ozzy was, like, shown after E3, like, obviously they'd shown it before, I think. Yeah, it was revealed that Switch presentation thing, but I remember Koizumi came on to Reddit, didn't like and asked me anything thing, and that was really cool to see. Like, it doesn't feel like Nintendo does like a huge amount of communicating with their fans like half the time, but that was like a really cool moment, and it feels like they're actually way more open to listening to people now than they were before. I mean, there's still a lot of issues, like the whole Joy-Con drift thing, and I hope they lose that lawsuit so that they have to fix Joy-Cons. Like, it's embarrassing that they still haven't fixed the defect in the Switch. It's been around for like a year or two now. Or actually probably more than a year or two, just like all these controllers keep breaking down. I love Nintendo, but good lord, sometimes they can make some fucking really dumb decisions and like will not admit when they're wrong about shit. I'm sure you remember when they fucking did that interview in Splatoon 2 and talked about how they didn't want to change Salmon Run because they claimed that they knew how to, and like it'd be played better if you only could do it on certain days. Like, I really find that to be kind of stupid, but whatever. That's interesting. I would assume it doesn't really matter because he probably had the game early and had extra time to do it, so he's got in like a lot of progress, whereas a lot of people who are doing it are time skipping because they want to see more of the game and they barely had a chance to play it. If I lose this fight, I'm going to be really annoyed. I've been doing everything right, as far as I can tell. Bill transforms, he hasn't... time travel? Yeah, that doesn't shock me. It's not surprising that a lot of people who play it do, but I would assume that, like, a lot of people just prefer to play it the ordinary way, I guess. It's more just to speed up smaller things, usually. Because he's a purist? Huh. Well, I guess that makes sense. I've got to say, I'm like really happy about how Nintendo's gone back to the roots of a lot of their games on Switch. Like, they did Animal Crossing as good as they have like any Animal Crossing in so long, and they made Mario Odyssey a really good return to form. Breath of the Wild was fantastic, and like there were just so many good things that happened this like console generation, the Switch, that was really needed. I hope they continue that. Also, something I forgot about. I know, like we talked about, like, well, like we talked about RPGs and like Paper Mario on the stream before, and like me and a friend were talking about something, and like both pretty much came to the same conclusion that Thousand Year Door and the original Paper Mario are like pretty much the same game. They like have like way too many things that are in common with them, and it's really odd how people always praise Thousand Year Door. It's not bad, but it's really, really strange how it's like this thing. I got distracted on what I was talking about. Shit.
It's concentrating on its status.
Oh, Paper Mario, like something that it's really strange how people always put Paper Mario up on some silver platter and make it some like make Thousand Year Door out to be some amazing game. Well, it's not bad. It's like really similar to the first Paper Mario, and I feel like it's kind of strange to say that it's super unique and different when it doesn't really feel that way. I don't know. I feel like it's only somewhat similar. Or not somewhat different at best. Like the third and fourth chapters are the highlights. I like Super Paper Mario a lot more too, though. I can only complain about the difficulty, really. Also, I'm gonna get the fossils in a second. See what it shows. No, it's done. Just give me a second. Ugh, fuck. Mr. Rossetti is dead? That's fucking dark for a Nintendo game to hear that. Gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting that, although I don't know if that's exactly what was said or not, but I mean, I assume that's probably similar to what the message was. Then again, Nintendo games have some weird shit, and then like, sure you guys have heard about the thing in Luigi's Mansion 1 where there was a lighting glitch, and one of the rooms, it looks like there's a room where Luigi hung himself, which is like really, really creepy to think about and really disturbing. That's was accidentally left in the game and they forgot about it. Like, I don't think it was intentional, but it's such a weird lighting glitch, and it's like, how the fuck did this get in the game anyway? Okay, no shiny still, god damn it. I'm not surprised. I'll go ahead and try to kill this thing and mark my numbers up. This means we're about to stop then. At least things went well, though. Or at least I say went well, but I don't know. I need to charge my controller, otherwise I'd probably keep this going for quite some time. And oh shit! For a second I thought my thing glitched on me. One second. 21 and 72, so 2,172. That's a lot. Over 2,000 and really close to 3,000. Holy shit.
The trainer hasn't issued an order.
Alright, let me just do that. There we go. We plop it back in. There we go. That's weird how many, like, changes have been made in Animal Crossing. Some for the better, and, like, seems like quite a few characters got the axe, and, like, a lot of very interesting choices made. Seeing, like, no sign of Mr. Rossetti outside, like, the rescue service, or not being... Or, seeing, like, saying... Not seeing... What was it I was thinking of? I can't remember. Shit, give me a second. Oh yeah, red is really odd too. Like I think they just didn't keep the artwork in the game, but that was a fun part, just messing around, seeing all the crazy shit that would be put in a store that red came with, like such a sketchy character, but he's really interesting. I think it's one of the things I like about Animal Crossing, though, is you can see all sorts of shit in the game, and there's like all sorts of characters that makes it way more interesting.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
Let me go ahead and turn my capture card off now.
It pumped up its special rating.
By the way, well, actually, I was gonna say something else. I don't remember what it was. I was gonna ask if you'd been playing anything else other than Animal Crossing, but probably not. Not just that. I was gonna actually ask about, like, maybe, like, I think I was asked, because I'd mentioned about watching some new anime. I was gonna ask you if, like, checked any new shows out, but I can wait until next stream we can talk about that kind of stuff. He's like a creep. Yeah, I don't know all the Animal Crossing characters well enough to know exactly which one Harvey is. I'll take your word for it. My memory of some of the villagers is like really hazy, unfortunately. I need to actually probably play a little more and get it like... Well, I need to like familiarize myself with more villagers. I guess tomorrow, I'm taking the day off tomorrow, and I'm gonna get more stuff for on Sunday. I want to take a little bit of a time, or take a time break to myself and just use that to get things ready for the shiny hunt again. Alright, there's a good place to mark the end of the stream today, since controller's low on battery, and I've been feeling kind of nasty with my stomach and my nose bothering from allergies. Alright, there we go. Hopefully we can make actual progress next time. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I can remember now. Harvey, that dog. Yeah, I forgot about that. Go to his home and take pictures over him. Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of weird. That was creeped me out a little bit when I saw that in some streams. It reminded me of like somebody shooting porn, which I didn't like very much. It's like, yeah, no, I don't get good vibes from seeing this. It's just kind of weird to me and a little bit unsettling. Weird. There's some odd stuff in Animal Crossing, but I do like looking at it overall. Okay, right. Let's stop here for tonight. I'm gonna say that this is plenty. I'll see you guys again on Sunday. I'll probably be doing some stuff on the Discord, maybe even might play some Smash, or I might set up that thing if I feel in the mood for it, but I'm trying to prioritize this now that I've got fossils ready, so I may not put the new thing or find anything for watching videos for a little while. Anyway, I'm done for the rest of tonight, and I feel like I had a pretty fun time with the stream. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.